American Combat Alliance has returned to the home of mixed martial arts in central Louisiana. It's the Paragon Casino and Resort. This is AKA 48. This is Matt Danger Snell. I'm Tyler Not So Dangerous Moody, ready to guide you through this incredible card here tonight. And Matt, we have 3 pro fights, and you were just saying to me a second ago, you think all 6 of these guys could potentially fight at the next level.
I truly do. I think we put 3 good professional fights together at the top of this card. Obviously, the main event, Andrew Garrett, Maurice Mo Miller, both of these guys prospects. The winner of this fight has very good implications for themselves in the future. And, yeah, good night of fights.
Yeah, look, Braxton King, Kyle Chodrank going to be on this card as well, but let's also talk about Marco Soto and Ray Waters, both guys coming in undefeated. Tons of hype on both of these guys. Tell us a little bit more about that one.
You know, this is an interesting fight. Both welterweights that are serious prospects as well, undefeated fighters, 0 losses between the two of them, both as amateurs and professionals. But as they say, somebody's O must go tonight right here at the Paragon Casino.
That's right. Somebody is going to lose that O tonight. And also, we have a special youth grappling match between Hunter Hutchby and Richard Abercrombie. Hunter Hutchby is one of the Tribe's members here in Marksville, Louisiana. He'll have all of his fans out here tonight, so he's one of the men of the hour here tonight. For AKA 48, we are ready to go from the Paragon Casino and Resort. Time to turn it over to Dynamite.
Welcome everyone here to the Paragon Casino in Marksville, Louisiana, and welcome to AKA 48, where tonight the stage is set. The lights are bright. This is American Combat Alliance, where the stars of tomorrow shine tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please join me in welcoming a very special guest inside the cage. He is a member of the Paragon Casino team. Let's hear it for the one and only Mr. Lonnie Bam Bam Bridges. Now, wait a minute. Somebody got to tell Lonnie you can't outshine the MC. You a little too juiced up on me there, big guy. Looking sharp, looking sharp. All right, Lonnie, you get out here with the fans all the time. You know the good people here at the Paragon. Talk to them, my big guy.
Are you ready to share the fun at Paragon? Ladies, say, share the fun. Ladies, on 3, share the fun. 1, 2, 3. Fellas, on 3, Paragon, at Paragon. 1, 2, 3. Now let's all put it together. Ladies, fellas. All ladies, I think y'all got them tonight. Well, welcome to Paragon Casino. You're going to have an outstanding time and enjoy the fights and enjoy the eats afterwards. Now back to Dynamite, Dave.
All right, folks, here we go. It's time to grab some gears, light the fires, and smoke the tires. Here we go, Paragon Casino. The wait is over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's go time!
Ready to go here at the Paragon Casino and Resort. Tyler Moody, Matt Snell, cage side, ready to guide you through all the action here tonight. We've got 7 fights on our undercard. All of those will be amateur fights. We're going to cap the night off with 3 professional fights. Andrew Garrett and Mo Miller in our main event here tonight. But we're going to start with Mark Setliff versus David Frank. Walking out first is David Frank. He's a freestyle fighter from Brotherhood MMA, checking in at 5'10", 158.5 pounds, out of Atlanta, Texas. This is David Tank Frank.
Yeah, David Frank, a well-rounded fighter, grappling-based fighter coming out of Brotherhood MMA. last time we saw David Frank, he competed at 170 and fought Pierce Bolano. Pierce able to make short work of him. He didn't feel like he was able to show us exactly everything that he had. He's been working hard and wants to make a better impression his second time out in the AKA cage.
Yeah, looking to bounce back after that matchup against Pierce Bolano, and let's be honest, that's no easy task. I mean, stepping in for the first time against a guy like Pierce, I mean, that's a tough fighter. And we saw some stuff from David Frank, chance for him to get in the win column here tonight.
Absolutely, and there's no doubt about it. He works extremely hard. I think the last time we saw him, his body looked different. He's been putting in time and effort with Daniel Lawrence out there in Texas with Brotherhood MMA, and hopefully all the work he's put in pays off tonight.
Now in the cage, Mr. David Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage. Put your hands together for Mark Setliff.
Here's Mark Lightning Setliff, a freestyle fighter representing Global Fitness Center right here in Alexandria, Louisiana. He checks in at 5'11", 160 pounds. He'll have a small reach advantage. He'll be 1 inch taller. What can you tell us about Mark Setliff, Matt?
Mark Setliff, one of these guys, he was kind of a late addition on the card, but Alan Gray called me up and said, you know, I've got a guy that's pretty tough, hangs tough within sparring and in live drills and within the room, and I think this guy could probably come out and put on an exciting matchup. I happened to have David Frank sitting in front of me, and it was just like that. We were able to put this together. Mark Setliff definitely looks to be well built for the weight class, and I don't know much about him, but Alan told me to expect him to bring it. So he's never been one to lead me wrong in the past.
Well, we had him back in February of 2024 in a kickboxing matchup against Deshaun Chappelle. This will be his first MMA matchup. That was a kickboxing matchup. He fell in the second round of that one. So both of these fighters, a little bit of experience in there. First fight didn't go their way. One of these guys getting their first W here tonight as a mixed martial artist at AKA 48. Setliff and Frank into the ring, into the cage, I should say, and we're ready to roll with the first fight.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of amateur mixed martial arts action inside the AKA welterweight division, a catchweight of 160 pounds. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Reps blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter representing Brotherhood MMA. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 158 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Atlanta, Texas, here is David Tank Frank. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter representing the Global Fitness Center. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 160 pounds. Fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana, here is Lightning Mark Setliff. Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Joseph Pepe.
Ready to go with our first fight of the night. It's Setliff and Frank, and we are officially underway with AKA 48, and we are right into the fire.
Big right hand from David Frank to start it out.
Oh,
Lifts him vertical. But Mark Setliff with a nice bite here on this guillotine attempt.
yeah, that's pretty deep, Matt, it looks like.
Dynamic takedown from David Frank, but right into a deep gilly. Let's see if Setliff's able to finish this or at least end up in a better position, not underneath David Frank.
I mean, he's got a hold to that neck. Doesn't look like he wants to let go. Maybe a chance to finish this one off here in the early stages of round number 1.
He's off to the correct side here, too. He just needs to bite down on that elbow a little bit.
There
But
it is.
just
Popped
like
out.
that, David Frank able to pry the hand off of the guillotine attempt. Back to the feet. Good whizzer here from Setliff. David Frank going for an ankle pick here.
Warning for grabbing the cage there. Oh, good knee up the middle.
Was a nice knee right up the middle. Oh, David. David Frank definitely showing that he's somewhat savvy within the clinch, has some wrestling game.
Another knee, this time coming the other direction.
These guys came out and got right to work. Didn't even have time to talk about the fashion faux pas of Mark Setliff with the spats longer than the tie shorts.
I mean, they got after it right as soon as the bell rang to start this fight off, and they haven't slowed down just yet, halfway through round number 1.
Good stuff, too, going back and forth. Good technical matchup right now. David Frank obviously back to the fence, able to kick off.
And these two guys, they seem like they're in a bit of a stalemate here as far as the strength is concerned.
Another knee up the middle. Not much damage. Looks like Mark's got his hands together, but David Frank able to keep his balance.
Good balance from David Frank.
Kind of pulled his grip up like he was putting on a tight pair of blue jeans.
That's what you got to do. Anything it takes, right, to keep from being taken down.
That's right.
Some foot stomps here. Now attacking that inside
Good
leg
elbow,
with the knee.
Good knees to the inside thigh. Just staying busy. You know, this is good for the optics. There's been a little bit that's gone on here in this round, but it's still anybody's round, I feel like.
I'll tell you what, the inside of that thigh and those toes are going to be feeling it in the morning.
Just
right back to it. And that's, look, in this position, any kind of damage you can land looks good for the judges.
looked like Mark Setliff was going to try to circle around to the back there. David Frank able to
Setliff a couple
jack that
underhooks.
underhook and circle him back around. Now a takedown attempt.
Pretty even first round between these two guys. Obviously, we had the submission attempt that was pretty deep for a moment, unable to finish it off, and then stuck in a grappling match after that, Matt.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm happy I'm not judging this fight because I'm not sure exactly which way to go. Not a lot happened. Obviously, that big takedown attempt was nice and caught everybody's eye, but at the same time, Mark able to bite down on a guillotine and offer up a threat, if nothing else. So very closely contested round. Could have gone either way.
Definitely a close round. Good way to start, AKA 48. And if you're just joining us, we've got 6 more amateur fights after this one, 3 professional fights, and I promise you, you want to see those pro fights. We have some high caliber fights going down later tonight at the Paragon. All these amateurs ready to show off their stuff as well, but these professional fights will be elite here tonight at AKA 48. Ready to go for round number 2?
David Frank opened up the first round with a big right hand instantly to a level change. Let's see if he tries to get to that right hand again. Uppercut, doesn't find the target. Good underhook here by Mark Setliff. Puts David's back right on the fence. Right back to the
Right
foot
back to it.
stomps. David says, not this round.
Second round starting the way the first one finished. Looks like, thought for a second Frank was going to attack the neck, and maybe he is.
Not attacking this with the utmost of confidence.
He's got it wrapped up, but it doesn't seem like he's got it deep at all. And
Mark kind of just making a mistake there, putting his head in that position. Was doing good stuff with his underhook. Has been doing good stuff, just controlling the pace. Good level change by David Frank. Beautiful. Just change up the momentum a little bit.
Frank moving to side control.
Good pass, but Mark Setliff does have the underhook here. He's doing the right thing, getting up on his hip. He needs to continue to try to scoot out with that underhook.
Certainly good optics here for David Frank.
Halfway into the round, side position. Certainly a dominating look. Fishing for a cue hop, but don't get overzealous here and get swept.
Gotta be careful in that position.
The Setliff corner asking for an underhook, and certainly that is what he needs. He's getting good, prudent instruction from his corner. It just doesn't seem like he's reacting. He needs that underhook rather than that overhook. He's kind of holding himself down. And now with punches coming from David Frank.
Frank trying to land some ground and pound.
This is better. This
North-south.
creates a scramble. Mark giving up his back. See if he's able to prevent David Frank from taking the hooks.
Got a hold of that wrist, drug him right back down.
Nice hip pressure from David Frank, just keeping the top position, making sure Mark Setliff is carrying his weight. Setliff doing a good job of keeping some hand control, keeping the grip apart and standing up. Good knee from David Frank.
Check this out.
Been a grappling match to this point between these two. Some wrestling in there as well. Really haven't seen them stand in the center of the cage and throw blows just yet as we approach this third round. David Frank on top for about 90 seconds of that round though, Matt.
Yeah, I think that is a pretty clear-cut David Frank round. I just lot of just especially having the side position for most of the round, winning the scramble, staying on top. Mark Setliff not having a bad round, but just ultimately giving up the position and not able to escape. In this round, needs to have a little more urgency. I think round one could have gone either way, but that round quite clearly a David Frank round.
Yeah, round one certainly could have gone either way. You would feel like Frank, at the very least, is tied up 1-1 here as we approach this third round.
David Frank popping off the stool, looking nice and fresh.
3 minutes left to decide a winner between David Frank and Mark Setliff.
Big punches here. Setliff, a lot more urgency. Good sprawl that time to a front headlock, but David Frank able to peek out, use that headlock to ultimately score the takedown right into side position.
You saw Setliff landed a shot there to open up the round, and David Frank said, I'm going to get this thing right back to the ground as quick as I can. He had success here in round two, and he's back on top here in the early stages of round number 3. This is a spot where if these were pros, start dropping those elbows, but not going to happen in the amateur ranks.
It's kind of, side position is a hard position to strike effectively from. Looks like David Frank again fishing for that key lock, a difficult submission to finish against a strong athletic guy like Mark Setliff. Yeah, you can tell Mark really wanted to get to work, and he tried to get busy with his hands there, but ultimately David Frank able to change levels, slow the fight down, get it back into his wheelhouse where he's a little more comfortable.
Now he's giving up the back as Setliff.
Hips flat. David Frank looking for the half Nelson.
Just relentless pressure here from Frank as he gets back on top, moves into half guard.
I think David Frank would do well to strike a little bit here from the top position, body, head, just to make sure that he's separating himself, scoring points. We know we've seen some fishy things from these judges.
You never want to leave it in the judges' hands, right? And if anything, you want to be dominant in their mind so that you're confident.
This isn't a bad spot for Setliff. He is in half guard, but he does have the underhook. If he knew how to use that underhook and get on his right hip, he could possibly escape this position. Just looks like the top position of David Frank is somewhat smothering. He's doing a good job of keeping Mark Setliff's shoulders flat on the mat, making it very difficult for him to amass any momentum.
Just over 35 seconds to go here in this final round. David Frank has spent nearly the entire round on top. And
into the mount.
Good shots to the body here from David Frank as we approach the end of this fight.
Yeah, do that, but to his face.
Any damage he can find here as things wind down is good damage. Setliff trying to find some of his own to the back of the head.
I'm going to hit you in this round.
Well, we didn't see a lot of punches thrown in this one, but we did see David Frank on top for, I mean, about 4 minutes of the final 6 minutes of this match.
Yeah, impressive stuff by David Frank, showing off his grappling chops. You know, the first time I saw him fight, we really didn't get to see much from him at all. So now I have a little bit better idea of what his skill set is, and moving forward, would love to see some more from him. Want to cultivate that striking a little bit more. You can tell Mark really wanted to get his hands off, but ultimately, David Frank able to come in and impose his will.
Yeah, David Frank looked good, and I'll tell you what, it says a lot about Pierce Bolano that he was able to get him out of there that quickly with the Kimura in round number 1.
Right here, David just doing a good job, top position, trying to pass the half guard, does so right into mount, gets his grapevines, and probably one of the better moments of the fight, the most damaging moments, the hammer fist, the vicious hammer fist to the ribs.
Well, you would think that David Frank did enough to get it done here, certainly winning round number 2 and round number 3. We'll see how the judges feel about round number 1. But I'll be shocked if David Frank doesn't have his hand raised and pick up his first MMA victory here in just a moment. Dynamite David Hardy has the result. He's into the cage, ready to deliver a winner.
Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the blue corner, David Frank.
So it is David Frank getting the win. Dominant round number 2 and number 3. Had about 4.5, maybe 5 minutes of control, to be honest, over the final 6. And really good for us to get him, to see him show off his game, Matt.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, first time we saw him come out here, a guy with a lot of promise, obviously, but we didn't get to see much of his game tonight. We got to see he's got some good transitions, knows how to wrestle a little bit, string it together, more so than I had anticipated, and was able to put together some winning sequences and ultimately get his hand raised.
So David Frank moves into the winner's column for the first time as a mixed martial artist here at AKA 48. Next up, we have an interesting matchup between Ekapata Abenafunde and Spencer
here we
Turner.
go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the AKA welterweight division. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Spencer Turner.
Ready now for Spencer Turner, who checks in at 6 foot tall. He's got a 72-inch reach. He'll have a 3-inch reach advantage in this one. He is a striker by nature, representing the Shed Training Grounds in Lafayette, Louisiana. He is fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and as I mentioned, 6 foot tall, checking in at 170 pounds. Spencer Turner, Matt, ready to go here tonight.
Yeah, Spencer Turner, one of these guys that just at the infancy of his career trains at the Shed. Obviously, we know a lot about Elliot Hebert headlining our show here in 2 weeks, fighting for the lightweight title. They've got a good tight-knit group over there, good solid group of guys that show up consistently, train hard together, good skill set. They've been cross-training over in my neck of the woods in Houston, Texas with War Training Center. And these guys all very athletic, well coached. Obviously, Spencer Turner's first fight tonight. He's a debutant, so we don't know exactly what to expect, but we know what the gym has produced in the past, the type of guys that they attract. And I've got to anticipate, just from looking at him, Spencer Turner, just one of these guys, athletic, trains at a good gym, ready to rock.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Ekapata Abenafunde.
Ekapata Abenafunde, a brother the first time we've had two brothers fighting for AKA. Tonight it'll be Ekipata Abenafunde ready to make his debut at AKA 48. He's got a wrestling background representing the Global Fitness Center right in Alexandria, Louisiana, checking in at 5'8", 169.5 pounds. He had a 69-inch reach, so he will be at a 3-inch
No,
reach.
I watched them take his reach. I don't know why it says that. Ikipata has a 77-inch reach. If you just look at him, his wingspan is ridiculous. He can scratch his knees while standing upright.
He looks just like his brother.
He looks just like his brother. They have the exact same build. But, yeah, these guys, it may say also he's a wrestler, but I have a feeling this guy's about to chunk the Chingasos around. Same with Spencer Turner. Both guys more of strikers. Ikipata, we know, we've seen his brother. We know at least what his genetic lineage looks like. He looks like a copy and paste version of his brother, who just fought for our title, fought in a great fight, a guy that has a bright future, and I expect much of the same from our boy Ikipata.
Yeah, his brother Agbor has one of the longest reaches in AKA, and you can certainly see so does Ikipata.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of amateur mixed martial arts action inside the AKA welterweight division. This fight being brought to you by EMD. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a striker representing the Shed Training Grounds in Lafayette. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in at 169.5 pounds. Fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana, here is Spencer Turner. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a wrestler representing the Global Fitness Center in Alexandria. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 169.5 pounds. Fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana, by way of Bajou and Cameroon, here is Ikipata Abenafunde.
It may not be the most hype fight on the card, but there's a chance this could be one of the best fights on the card, man.
These boys about to scrap.
Yeah, I got a feeling these two are about to get after it. Ready to go with fight number 2 here at AKA 48.
Ikipata, long jab, snaps out,
Stiff
finds.
jab.
Good kicks. Jab cross from Spencer Turner. Level change.
Ooh, nice right hand, followed it up with a left. Oh.
Nice short punches here on the inside from Spencer Turner.
I thought for a second Abenafunde might go down. And now he's looking for a takedown potentially.
Certainly felt those punches. Looked like he was short-circuiting a little bit, able to close the distance and grab.
Turner again over the top of the right hand.
Ikipata just leaning his head back a little too far. Spencer Turner able to move forward, paint straight lines. Big looping overhand, misses the target.
We saw Abenafunde start out with a good jab, but since then it's been all Spencer Turner, landing shot after shot. Good knee up the middle from Abenafunde.
Good head position here from Ikipata. Trying to take the back. Spencer Turner able to drag him down right into half guard here. Good position from Ikipata.
We weathered the early barrage from Turner, and now he's in a dominant position here with about half the round to go.
It's a good spot, too, for Abenafunde with the underhook. Turner able to find his guard. Triangle attempt.
Yep.
Big punches. Oh, wow, Ikipata able to find big strikes on the way up from Spencer Turner.
Well, that changed quick for Turner. Tried to throw up the triangle and then ate some hands from Equipada.
Big switch kick to the belly. Beer hugs him straight to the mount, right into half guard once more. Equipada obviously just so strong. I mean, both guys dynamic and athletic, but as soon as Equipada was able to get his hands together, he just squeezed and hugged him straight to the mat.
See if he can posture up and get some ground and pound going here with just over 20 seconds to go in this first round. Nope, back to his feet.
Sharp jab, pull cross. So close, but just barely misses. Good action from the debutantes, Ma Atlanta.
That was a hell of a first round. Equipada started out, landed a nice jab that stunned Turner, and then Turner firing right back some big right hands that looked like for a moment Abenafunde might actually go down. Then 2 takedowns for Abenafunde where he had some success and he kind of closed out the round with the momentum. But all things told, that was a very close round, Matt.
Very close round. I think just with the grappling right here, these short punches,
yes.
Maybe some of them to the back of the head, but certainly some of them found the right target right at the ear and short-circuited Equipada for a second there. But ultimately, I do feel like Equipada was able to regain momentum, find the takedown, score the better positions. Good guard attempt there, but as he stood up, this is when Equipada had his best moments. Able to land good shots on Spencer Turner. Maybe not as many as I thought initially, but still a good moment.
Well, that one left hand landed flush for sure. He got one good one in there. And then at one point, they were just standing straight up, toe-to-toe, just swinging.
What a fight.
Yeah, what a fight. Ready to go for round 2.
I just want to say this. Both of these guys' coaches were not sure if these guys were ready to go. Just thought they both needed a little more time. And look at this scrap. I thought it was perfect because of that. Like, hey, both of y'all are kind of saying the same thing. Let's put this together.
I think they could both be a little more sound defensively, but right now it's a lot of excitement for the fans.
Just scoring points. Equipada doing some interesting things right there. Wow. I mean, steps forward with a kick, same hand, and able to have some success, knock the head back of Spencer Turner. These guys are banging.
And this is a brawl here. Good kick to the body from Abenafunde, now looking for another takedown.
That's been a good weapon for Abenafunde. The left leg has found the target right on the belly.
Once again from Abenafunde.
I don't know if he was off balance, a little tired there, if that shot clipped him.
He backed up, and now Turner's got him locked up against the cage. Nope, not going to be able to get a takedown. That left hand from Abenafunde is just so long. Ooh.
There's that little step back, straight right hand from Equipada. Nice check the kick, answers with a right hand. Beautiful sequence there.
Both guys breathing deep. It has been a ferocious pace.
I mean, this is a great fight for these guys, just both in the same exact position, just trying to debut. Big right hand hurts Equipada, knocks him to the ground, and Spencer Turner working hard to try to get the finish here. Can Equipada weather the storm? Not great optics. He finds his feet, and he gets chinned, and the fight is stopped. Good stoppage. Holy cow, what a finishing sequence by Spencer Turner.
Unbelievable from Spencer Turner. We're going to get another look at it here. It looked like it was the right hand that landed flush and dropped Abenafunde, and then he smelled blood and got the finish. Wow.
And Equipada working hard, trying to recover here, but ultimately Spencer Turner able to find the chin a couple more times as they stand up, just the optics of it. Clips him here, makes him fall back, and I think it's a very justifiable stoppage. What a fight, what a debut by these boys. Holy cow.
I mean, they were going toe-to-toe, standing chin straight up, just slinging it out there, and it's ultimately Turner who comes away with the win. What a debut for Spencer Turner. Equipada showed he has some talent as well. Certainly things to work on for these guys, but you can see the raw talent is there, Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 1 minute 45 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner by way of knockout, Spencer Turner.
So Spencer Turner, with a great debut, knocks out Ekipata Abenafunde in round number 2. Great way to start your career if you're Spencer Turner with a TKO finish. He'll get his medal from the AKA Ring Girls. Got the mug, and he's got the win as well. Spencer Turner with a finish in round number 2. Ready to move forward now with a special youth grappling match between Hunter Hutchby and Richard Abercrombie. Both these guys youngsters, right? I mean, they're going in there, don't even have hair on their chest yet. I mean, they're just now hitting, you know, ready to grow up, I should say. And these two guys are going to be stepping into the cage in front of all of these fans here tonight for a 5-minute grappling match. And there's some extra pressure on Hunter Hutchby. He's got a camera crew here following him around. He's a part of the Tunica Biloxi tribe, which is here in Marksville. They've got a ton of friends and family and tribe members in attendance, and he will be certainly the man of the hour for many in Marksville.
Yeah, big moment for the young buck. Let's see if he's able to rise to the occasion. A lot of things on his shoulder here, but you know, I have a feeling, you know what they say, pressure makes diamonds.
That's right.
And it's moments like this that you know, maybe kick off the career of a young upcoming martial artist.
Well, a chance to get their career started here tonight in a special youth grappling match. Want to give a big thank you to, of course, the Paragon Casino and Resort, EMD Bayou Wraps, Legendary Culture, Arclitex Tents and Events, DSP, Holloway Outdoors and Marine, 97.7 The Cajun, and Bentley's Automotive, and we don't want to leave out Mammoth. Thank you to all of our sponsors that do as much as they can to help make these fights happen. And we've got a special one here tonight at the Paragon Casino and Resort. Always a great time when we're at the Paragon, the absolutely beautiful Paragon Casino and Resort. Such a great place to have these fights. You got this open room, the lights, the sound system. It is really and truly it's the best place to do fights in Central Louisiana, maybe in all of Louisiana, to be honest with you. This youth grappling match will be set for 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it gives me great honor to welcome a very special guest inside the cage here at the Paragon Casino. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the general manager, the head dog in charge here at the Paragon Casino. Let's hear it for Mr. Marshall Sampson.
Thank you. Are we having a great time? Great. My name is Marshall Ray Sampson Sr. I am the general manager here at Paragon Casino Resort and the vice chairman of the Tunica Biloxi tribe of Louisiana. It is an honor to introduce our new young tribal citizen. This is his first fight tonight, Mr. Hunter Hutchby! So, on behalf of the Tunica Biloxi tribal citizens and Paragon Casino Resort associates, welcome to this tonight's MMA event. Thank you, enjoy yourself, and have fun tonight.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sampson. Always on point, making sure everyone has a great time here at the Paragon. Like he alluded to, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special attraction coming your way right now. This is a youth grappling match, 1 5-minute round for supremacy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome your first young warrior to the cage. From Houston, Texas, here is Richard Abercrombie.
Richard Abercrombie kind of coming into hostile territory here tonight in Marksville, Louisiana for his youth grappling debut. He'll be representing the Urban Jungle down in Houston. 6'1", 164.4 pounds, fighting out of Houston, Texas, a place that you know just a little bit about, Matt Schnell.
Yeah, he knew how to disarm the hostile crowd to walk out to an absolute banger. Miley's Party in the USA. Young man knew what he was doing.
And now, Tunica Biloxi tribe of Louisiana, put your hands together for the silent assassin, Hunter Hotchby.
Here is Hunter the Silent Assassin Hotchby. 5'11", 161.1 pounds, fighting out of Marksville, Louisiana. He trained at Gracie United of Avoyelles. And I'll tell you what, for being 14 years old, he's got a lot on his shoulders here tonight, Matt.
He sure does. Young kid, cameras following him, a whole bunch on his back, carrying the belt of the tribe. Let's see if he's able to rise to the occasion. He's got a literal tall task standing in front of him. Both of these kids, long, rangy, about the same weight. I'm looking forward to seeing a fun grappling match. This is as many submissions as possible within a 5-minute round, so no matter what, this will go 5 minutes, and these guys are going to try to submit each other as much as possible. I love that rule set because it just keeps things busy, and it makes it so that even if one gets away from them, let's just get right back to the next one. So this should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Hopefully the young man's able to rise to the occasion, get it done tonight.
Well, you said it. He has a tall task in front of him. Richard Abercrombie, 6'1". Long boy.
Here we go, fight fans. 1 5-minute round for dominance. Here with these junior grapplers at the Paragon Casino. This fight being brought to you by Bentley's Automotive right here in Marksville, Louisiana. And now, introducing your first grappler. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is representing the Urban Jungle in Houston. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 164.4 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, here is Richard Abercrombie. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner, this man is a grappler representing Gracie United of Avoyelles. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 161.1 pounds. Fighting out of Marksville, Louisiana, here is the silent assassin, Hunter Hotchby. Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Basil Bam Bam Majub.
Basil going from Dustin Poirier's retirement fight right here to this youth grappling match between Hunter Hotchby and Richard Abercrombie. 5 minutes to decide a winner. Here we go.
And a leg lock entry there quickly from Hunter, looking for the straight ankle lock. Abercrombie looked over to me and he said, "I'm about to pull guard," and that he did. Beautiful pass there. Nice pass there by Richard Abercrombie, but as he passes Hunter Hotchby able to find top position. Abercrombie definitely working a very active guard. Hunter trying to find his posture. Abercrombie able to isolate a limb.
Abercrombie's got those long legs, too. You could see a minute ago like he wanted to throw up a triangle attempt.
Legs for days, triangles from anywhere.
Possibly attempt one here.
Hunter having to be very careful here with the high shoulder guard of Richard Abercrombie. This is a tight attempt.
Oh.
Hunter doing a good job just powering through, finding his posture, able to escape the triangle attempt. Gets close to a pass of his own. Looks to me that Hunter Ashby likes the ankle locks. Again, he sits for one, gives up position. Richard Abercrombie, sharp here, passes the guard, steps over. Knee on belly. This is a good attempt here from Abercrombie.
It's a good transition from Abercrombie.
Using good shoulder pressure here with the knee across the belt line.
Should be trying to buck him off unsuccessfully.
Good hips from Hunter, but Abercrombie able to retain top position. Here he passes north-south. It's going to be a difficult to finish that head squeeze there. But it looks like he's got a decent bite.
Abercrombie trying to break that lock and find his way out.
This is a tough position. Good shoulder pressure here from Richard Abercrombie. He's isolated that far side arm. Good hips there from Hutchby. Hunter shrimping, trying to get his guard back. No dice.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
Back to that knee on belly position. Looks like he's setting up an arm bar here. Didn't like it, goes back to knee on belly.
Well, with just 2 minutes to go, one submission could potentially win you the fight.
Certainly couldn't, no matter how dominant these
Less
positions
than 2
are.
minutes to go.
If neither of them are able to submit each other, it goes on to a overtime where both guys have a good shot, but this is a good attempt. Looks like Richard Abercrombie attempting to set up a head and arm choke. Hunter able to sweep. Gets top position.
I guess the crowd going here.
Another high shoulder guard attempt. Richard Abercrombie isolating that left arm. Beautiful entry here. Going for a Barata Plata. This is a tough submission. Straight to the triangle. What a sequence there by Richard Abercrombie. This is tight. Gets the tap with 1 minute and 9 seconds left to go. Tough stuff.
That was some impressive stuff from Abercrombie.
I mean, just strung it together.
Wow. I mean, just transitioning from one submission attempt to the next. Flowing.
Right back to the guard pull. Mr. Abercrombie told me he was going to do it. Getting busy again, going after that Barata Plata.
.40 seconds to go. Can Hutchby?
Richard's got to know he's in control. This kind of gives him an opportunity to open it up just a little more. Hunter Hutchby able to posture
30
out
seconds
of that
remaining. 30 seconds remaining.
Hutchby's going to need one at the buzzer to tie this up.
Beautiful sweep. Hutchby looking for the straight ankle lock one more time. Richard Abercrombie going to be a little sore tomorrow, but going to feel a little bit better knowing he hung a W.
Clock ticking down. It looks like it's going to be Richard Abercrombie throwing up an armbar here
Richard
at the
Abercrombie
end. Not
attempting
going to
a
happen.
far side armbar, just not enough time to get it done. Beautiful stuff. Evenly matched.
Yep.
You know, these guys both going for submissions.
How about a big
falling
round of
for
applause for both of
position.
these fantastic young athletes, ladies and gentlemen.
Richard Abercrombie having some fun out there, too. He keeps pointing over at Matt Schnell. And you said he was...
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 minutes of fantastic grappling action, we are going to the scorecards. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by a score of 1-0, fighting out of the blue corner, Richard Abercrombie.
Good stuff from Richard Abercrombie. He wins 1-0 over Hunter Hunchby. And a nice start to the career there for Abercrombie. And Matt, you said he was kind of giving you the business a little bit whenever he was at your gym.
That's right. You know, I was actually grappling with this kid, and I knew we were looking for a matchup for Hunter Hatchby, and, you know, 160-pound kid. And I looked at Richard, and I was just like, my dog, you want to come compete for me next weekend? And we were able to put it together just like that. So congratulations. Both guys have a lot to be proud of. Great fight.
So how we doing out here, Paragon? You guys having a good time tonight? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What in the blue hell was that? This is a Louisiana Saturday night. We in Bayou country right here in central Louisiana. I know you got more than that, Paragon. So here's what old Dynamite needs. On the count of 3, I want every man, woman, and child, top to bottom, left to right, all the way around. We're gonna blow the roof off of this place. You with me? I want to hear you. On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3! Now we got the juices flowing. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our first intermission of the evening. A quick pause for the cause. So step outside, smoke them if you got them, and grab yourself an ice cold liquid libation to ease your frustration. And we're coming back with more here at AKA 48. A48. Up next, we've got 3 rounds on our undercard inside the AKA middleweight division. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Kaysen Charlton.
Kaysen the Jarl Charlton. Checking in today at 6 feet tall, 181 pounds. We'll talk about the weight loss from the young Charlton in a moment. He's a freestyle fighter representing the Brotherhood MMA squad. He's out of Atlanta, Texas. And this is a young man who's kind of growing up in front of our eyes, Matt.
Absolutely. Has yet to taste the sweet taste of victory, but you know, obviously an arc that we're all familiar with, a guy that can't quite get the dub, but we just kind of come to love him and admire him somewhat, just seeing him lose so much weight. And you know, I think we all kind of root for this guy. And Brotherhood MMA off to a good start tonight with a 1-0 with a unanimous decision win for David Frank. And I feel as if Kaysen Charlton certainly wants to take that baton and run with it, keep the momentum heading in a positive direction.
Well, look, he lost a couple fights, but those were at heavyweight against Marco Serrano, who's a monster and really growing in his own right. And then he took on Jason Stevenson, CJ Peterson, who is an older gentleman. Like, he's kind of had the deck stacked against him a little bit. He's now fighting at middleweight. You know, we're going to see if he's got that heavyweight power in this new middleweight body. But this is a young man. I mean, I don't remember the exact weight he checked in at, but he's got to be down 50 pounds, I would say, 40.
Easily. And I mean, his face looks different. His body looks completely different. You can tell he really takes his training serious. And it's awesome to have a guy, you know, 0-5, but not deterred by it, still working hard. There's something valiant in that.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Xavier Whiting.
Xavier the Bolt Whiting, representing the Hackney Fitness Squad. 6 feet tall, 184.4 pounds. He'll be fighting out of Pineville, Louisiana, just right down the road here. And he's set to make his debut. What more can you tell us about Xavier as he sprints his way to the platform, ready to go for his debut?
Yeah, a debutante, a physical kid, a kid that trains with Calvin Hackney. You know, these guys are sparring all the time. He's going to come in prepared, ready to throw some hands. Not sure what to expect from him, you know. This is kind of one of those fights. It's a story in and of itself, and it's yet to be told. 2 debutantes, neither one of them from you know, any background in particular. So you got to imagine they're as good as the guys they have around them.
Well, they've both been training at great gyms, Brotherhood and Hackney Fitness. I mean, 2 great places to be getting in rounds, to be learning at such a younger age, starting to figure out who you are as a fighter. And they're going to learn a little bit more about themselves here tonight at AKA 48. Xavier at the commission check down spot for the first time in his young career. Got Calvin Hackney right there behind him in his ear, trying to get the young man prepared to go to war with Kaysen Charlton. Look, this is cool for these young guys. Bam Bam was doing this with Dustin Poirier the other day, and those guys, you know, he was at the big UFC event in New Orleans, an absolutely electric event. You were down there as well. I mean, an all-timer. Now you got this guy, Basil Bam Bam Maju, doing your thing here at AKA. Pretty cool for these guys.
I told you there was a Bam Bam chant.
Really? I love it.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts section inside the AKA middleweight division. This fight being brought to you by Bayou Raps. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter representing Brotherhood MMA. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in at 181 pounds. Fighting out of Atlanta, Texas, here is Kaysen the Jarl Charlton. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Hackney Fitness. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in at 184 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Pineville, Louisiana, here is Xavier the Bolt Whiting. Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, the good Dr. Robbie Sherman.
Kayson's first crack at middleweight. Xavier's first fight. Here we go, we're underway, and we resume AKA 48.
Long jab from Xavier.
Coming down that southpaw stance.
Kayson doing a good job here with his whizzer. Digs an underhook. Xavier looking for a single leg takedown.
Yep, looking for the single leg, switch to the double for a moment, then comes back to the single. Now looking for the ankle pick, you got it.
It's a nice little ankle pick there from Xavier Whiting.
And right into the guard of Kayson Charlton. Kayson, feel like he wants to throw up a triangle attempt. Instead, he's gonna eat a right hand from Xavier.
Big punches here from Xavier. Xavier actually, these punches are landing with some impact too. Can't take too many of those. Kayson needs to scoot back, stand up in base. Came close.
Kayson back to his feet momentarily. Trying to stay strong in that base. Got Whiting on his body, or his back, excuse me.
Kayson needs to fight the hands here.
Oh,
there's
a bit of a
little fence grab.
Can't do that. Called a left hand from Xavier.
Kayson needs to focus on one hand at a time, try to separate the hands. Xavier Whiting attempts like a belly to back, but kind of just twirls him around. Ends up in a good spot though.
Landed a nice right hand as soon as Charlton hit the mat as well.
Kayson, we were seeing this a little bit earlier from some of the greener guys, but this overhook on the head, he needs an underhook rather than that overhook. These are hard punches from Xavier.
Inside, 1 minute to go. Whiting trying to get the ground and pound going. Knee on belly.
Xavier's corner asking for the knee on belly to the mount. Digging his elbows into the face of Kayson Charlton. Kayson just a little too flat on his back. He needs to get on his hip. This is better. Recovers guard. At least he's back to his guard. That's something.
So far, it's been all Xavier Whiting as we approach the final 10 seconds of round number 1. And the round will end with Xavier Whiting on top. Had a couple of takedowns in that round. Secured the ankle pick early, then kind of just slung him with strength to the mat. So 2 takedowns in round number 1. A very strong start here for Xavier Whiting, Matt.
Yeah, Xavier Whiting able to score the takedown, get on top, and do some damage from the top position there early on. He was able to land some good ground and pound. Here's the takedown, I believe. Kind of just turns his hips and pulls. Kayson Charlton trying to fight the hands. Just not doing a good job. You don't wedge your hands in between somebody's. You have to fight their grip. You have to break their grip, separate their hands. You do that with hip pressure and understanding.
We'll see if Charlton can keep it on the feet here in round number 2. Like some of Dynamite's confetti was in the cage. Probably all over the Paragon here. Ready to go with round number 2, Kaysen Charlton and Xavier Whiting.
Sharp jab there from Kaysen to get the round started. Cross comes close, but he eats a jab. And when Xavier lands punches, they do make some serious impact. There is no doubt that this guy is gifted and certainly has a couple things going for him.
You see whenever he does land, he's got some serious power. He's turned Kaysen's head a couple of times with that right hand.
This is a good underhook here from Kaysen. Kaysen doing the right thing, trying to circle his back off the fence. Good adjustment there. Xavier's corner asks for him to fix his head position, and he does so. Kind of loses it here, though. If I'm Kaysen Charlton, I'm trying to gain the head position.
See, Xavier's just so strong. I was curious how the strength would translate for Charlton moving from heavyweight down to welterweight, but
good little exit there from Kaysen Charlton. Head tick-tocking left to right. Another entry from Xavier Whiting. Kind of sloppy with these takedown attempts, but they have worked for him. Here he's got his hands together. This is better. Elevates, scores. Kaysen gets his guard back.
Third takedown of the fight.
If the first round was any implication, we didn't see much offense from Kaysen Charlton's guard. I think he needs to open it up and attempt to stand here rather than play this game. With just a physical Xavier Whiting, these are good punches. Need more of that.
Kaysen's got that guard closed up. Trying to throw up another triangle attempt potentially, but the last time he did it, he ate a right hand. He does it once again and lands a right hand, does Xavier Whiting.
Oh my goodness, Xavier Whiting taking punches from Kaysen Charlton sitting down. Just not great awareness there from my boy Xavier. Best moment of the fight there for Kaysen Charlton.
Able to land a couple and get back to his feet.
Hit him with a 3-piece off his butt cheeks.
30 seconds left to go here
Give me
in
a
round
foot
2.
stomp.
We saw a ton of foot stomps to open up the night here.
We sure did. His corner didn't even have to call for him. Front headlock attempt here. Kind of abandons it quickly. I think Kaysen Charlton may be complaining about a glove grab there, perhaps.
Couple knees from Charlton.
Ooh.
Just out of the way of that big right hand.
Good eyes by Kaysen. Needs to get to work. Sharp jab. I mean, look at that. That was just a jab that snaps the head back of Kaysen Charlton like a Pez dispenser.
And you got to wonder for Charlton, he hasn't seen a southpaw yet in his career. First time he's fighting a southpaw, and he's eaten 4 or 5 really good jabs.
I would also be interested to know whether or not Xavier's right-handed. I'm willing to bet he is. Look, he just reached up with his right hand to take his mouthpiece out. He's probably that's why that jab's thudding so hard, is because he's leading with his strong hand. But look at that. I mean, it looks like a cross, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a jab. He's just standing in the southpaw position, launching that thing. And honestly, not a bad tactic. It's been a good weapon for him. Here it is, the punches. 3, 4. Beautiful stuff.
Got Kaysen back to his feet, but it was Xavier Whiting once again having success in round number 2. Had a takedown and landed a couple really stiff jabs. Put an exclamation point on that second round. He's up 2-0 here as we move into this third. Let's see if Kaysen can find a comeback and maybe finish this fight in this third and final round, or if Xavier Whiting will get the win in his debut.
Ooh, sharp jab from both gentlemen.
Kaysen might have been stung right there, stumbled for a moment. Reaching out with that right hand.
Decent moment there from Kaysen. Xavier Whiting looking for that big punch. Super busy with that lead hand. Just out of the way of that kick. Outside low kick scores.
Oh, there it
Another
is.
Sharp jab.
God, that jab is the weapon here tonight for Xavier Whiting. Charlton firing back.
Nice feint there from Xavier. Good moment as well from Kaysen Charlton. Cross to an outside low kick, inside low kick, finds the target. Nice sharp jab. I mean, Kayson's been doing some work. I mean, he looks so much better. Xavier's obviously was able to, I believe, eke out the first 2 rounds just with control.
And now he's got his 4th takedown once again into the guard of Kayson Charlton.
And for Kayson, again, just going back to what I said the last round when he was scored on, he needs to find a way back to his feet. He's had some moments where he's attempted some decent submissions, prompting Xavier Whiting to posture. When he makes Xavier Whiting posture, he needs to get to his feet.
Somebody lost their mouthpiece. I think it was Xavier Whiting.
I'm surprised that's the first time. I'm pretty sure that is an Academy of Sports mouthpiece for somebody with braces. Like, I've never seen somebody compete in something like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now he's not just competing, but he's dominating this fight with just about a minute to go.
This is good ground and pound by Xavier Whiting. High shoulder guard attempt there from Kayson Charlton. Not quite able to seal anything up. Back to their feet.
Xavier messing with that mouthpiece, and then he fires out another stiff jab.
Nice cross from Kayson. Finds the chin. You can tell Kayson is well aware that he needs to make something happen here. You can sense the urgency from him. Sharp jabs. Another piston of a jab.
Kayson punching his own self, saying, bring it on. Here we go, we've got a fight with 20 seconds to go.
Don't say come on and not throw. Let's go, baby, let him rip.
Oh, Xavier's the one letting him rip right now.
Yeah. Exciting if nothing else. Kayson attempting to seal up the choke here, make something happen for himself.
Not gonna happen.
Hey, he points it, come on, let's do it. You don't have enough time, that was 10 seconds. Go. Hey, and they do it. Oh my gosh. Point to the ground and swing, baby.
Kayson Charlton trying to do his best impression of Max Holloway, but it'll be Xavier Whiting here tonight who comes away with the win. Really strong through 3 rounds. Kayson did get some things going in that 3rd and final round, but the first 2 pretty much dominated by Xavier Whiting.
Once more, valiant effort from Kayson. You know, you can tell he's been working hard and improving. You know, as long as he's willing to come out here and fight, I'll keep on putting him out here. And I think next time we get him at 170, actually. He's not even an 85er. How about that?
Well, listen, I understand right now he's not going to have a win on his column, but just the amount of work that he's put in on his body, he's growing as a human, and sometimes that counts for even more. But tonight, it's the debutant, Xavier Whiting, who gets the win, taking care of business, and we'll see what happens in a moment. I would assume that he got it done here tonight. Dynamite's into the cage, and we'll see who our victor is.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of hooking and jabbing, scooping and slamming, hanging and banging, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Xavier the Bolt Whiting.
1-0 is going to look pretty good for Xavier Whiting when he wakes up tomorrow. I'll tell you what else looked pretty good, that jab. I mean, he had that jab working, and he jabs his way to victory. Had 4 takedowns throughout the course of 3 rounds. An impressive showing for the debutant.
Rocking the head back with that jab. I bet anything he's right-handed.
Yeah, you may be right. He certainly had we didn't see him really even throw the left too much. A couple times in that 3rd round, he let the left hand go, but for the most part, it was
couple straight lefts, because I started looking for it. But yeah, he used that straight left a little bit. And, you know, good on the young man. Develop it, cultivate it. Let's see some more. I'll put him back out there soon.
He definitely needs to be back out there, and the next time he steps inside the cage, he'll enter at 1-0.
Here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the welterweight division. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Glenn Norman.
Glenn Norman returning to the AKA cage here tonight at AKA 48. Tell you what, this is a guy that's not only going to go out there and put on a show inside the cage, but he's got some dance moves if he comes away with a victory as well. He is a kickboxer by practice, representing the Global Fitness Center. 5'8", 169 pounds, fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana. Here comes Glenn Stormin Norman Jr.
Putting on a show.
He's a showman, Matt. I mean, every time we had him at the first time it was a kickboxing match. Back we had it at the Horseshoe, one of our first kickboxing matches of the last couple years. And he was one of the storylines that day. I mean, really came out, put on a show, looked great. Now he's going to be in here tonight in another MMA matchup. Excited to see Glenn Norman back out there and doing it in front of the home fans right up the road in Alexandria.
Road looks comfortable. Yeah, we've seen plenty of our boy Glenn Norman, a great kickboxer, good striker, side kicks, taekwondo background, definitely done some traditional martial arts, taking his time on the walk.
This is a guy that certainly loves the spotlight. He will not be afraid of the moment by any means. Should be a great matchup, though, with Byron Walker. A lot of hype behind Walker, and it'll be Norman trying to shut down that hype here tonight.
I just think when we look at these guys' skill sets and what they both bring to the table, not to say that neither of them can grapple, but I think they both favor the striking aspect. And when this matchup came together, that's what I had in mind. Like, both these guys like to throw hands and interesting kicks and have dynamic styles. Let's see what they look like jousting with each other.
Well, Norman's rolling in with back-to-back knockout finishes. He got it done back in July, followed it up in November.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage. Here is Byron Walker.
Byron Starboy Walker, also a kickboxer. He'll be representing Performance Evolution of Lake Charles. He's fighting out of Lake Charles. He checks in at 5'10", 170 pounds. Byron Walker trying to get back in the win column here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, Byron Walker, a guy, good striker, light on his feet, dynamic, good set of hands, sets his kicks up well. Just one of these Performance Evolution guys. They're all competent strikers, understand range and distance. And yeah, I anticipate that this is going to be a good striking matchup. I would be surprised if it was anything else. Byron Walker, one of the guys on the team, I feel like just one of the team favorites. Everybody kind of rallies around Byron Walker, enjoy watching him fight, root for him, and the PE guys, a tight-knit group.
I got a feeling there's going to be some hands and some kicks flying in this one. Not going to be many takedowns, if any at all. These two should stand toe-to-toe and let it go. Byron has cleared the commission check down spot, and we are ready to go with Byron Walker and Glenn Norman here in Marksville.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA welterweight division. This fight being brought to you by Holloway Outdoors and Marine in Alexandria. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the Global Fitness Center in Alexandria. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana, here is Glenn Stormin Norman. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of EMD red corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the Performance Evolution Fight Team of Lake Charles. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, here is Byron Starboy Walker.
Reaching the halfway point here of AKA 48. Norman, Walker, we are underway.
Close stance, both guys come out feinting. Norman reaches for the left hook, catches air. Rips the right leg and just misses. Byron Walker got to be careful moving straight back on, just bailing backwards.
Yeah, especially with an explosive guy like Norman. A lot of feints so far from these two guys.
Big low kick, that one thumps. Byron Walker cuts through the quad. Glenn Norman, chin a little high in the air. Byron Walker able to evade most of those strikes. I feel like if Glenn Norman just calmed down a little bit, those kicks are thumping though.
Yeah, he's finding the range with those kicks. Been unable to connect with the hands just yet. Walker's staying out of range.
Thus far, Byron doing a good job of keeping his distance, keeping his range like we talked about as he was coming in. But he's not yet been able to capitalize on making Glenn Norman miss. His eyes are open. That time, Glenn Norman able to just find the chin.
And Norman loads up. He explodes, firing that right hand out there.
As they exchange, though, Byron Walker able to chip him with a nice hook. Again with the hook, jab to follow, snaps the head back of Glenn Norman.
Shot to the body.
Nice teep to the body.
Walker starting to open it up just a little bit.
That's a good weapon for Byron, just bringing that kick right up the middle, just to deter the forward movement of Glenn. And right there, that one kind of to the hip. It was kind of beautiful targeting there from Byron Walker. Low kick of his own.
He's got to be careful here, though. This is where Norman can get going. Walker's been so good in the center of the cage.
Glenn Norman looks like he's skipping rocks at the river, throwing these bolos, my Lanta. That'll play.
That'll play. And it feels like that's just the one thing that Walker has to avoid. Got to keep his back off the cage.
Beautiful kicks, 2 in a row. Cut through the quad of Byron Walker.
Norman backing him up once again.
Yes, sir. Right leg rings off the ribs.
Norman acknowledged it.
These little head jukes of Glenn Norman have been somewhat effective, but anytime Byron shoots that teep up the middle, big low kick at the end of the round.
Just a reminder, folks, no video recording and no live streaming during the event. You can check it out live on YouTube. No video recording, no live streaming during the event. You will be asked to leave.
He absolutely did. I just don't know if he had enough moments and dominant times to like actually eke out the round. Each time that kind of was exciting, it was Glenn Norman who was the one active and maybe not always landing a lot, but certainly swinging punches. I mean, look at these shots. Beautiful, beautiful little check hook there from Byron Walker. Byron was certainly effective. I just worry whether or not the judges are paying good enough attention to see that Byron has been a little more tempered but more accurate. Right there, beautiful moment.
That's the thing, it's the optics, right? Norman's in there slinging, but he really didn't land much in that round. Byron was the one landing for the most part. He was much sharper, much more accurate, and it felt like he got a little bit more of his arsenal going towards the end of the round. But also, those kicks from Glenn Norman, they were powerful. We'll see what the second round has in store.
Fakes the jab, sends it, snaps the head back of Glenn Norman. 1-2 misses from Glenn Norman. Big right leg. Beautiful stuff. That was good. That was a big moment for Glenn.
Now he's got the back.
He's a little high here. He needs to be careful. Doing a decent job of kind of stapling this back leg in position. He's got his right leg posted. You knew Glenn Norman was about to wind up some punches, and Byron just in too much of a hurry there as he tries to turn into Glenn.
Good work there by Glenn Norman, and starting to land some left hands, maybe the biggest shot so far in the fight.
Byron needs to get his head off the mat, knee slide here, get his feet back underneath him. Glenn doing a decent job here, just riding and controlling.
Well, and as a guy that's a kickboxer, you wonder how, effective he's going to be in these situations, but he looks good right now.
Kind of stifling each other on the feet, but thus far it appears that Glenn Norman has the advantage when it goes to the mat. Color me surprised, to be perfectly honest.
Well, Glenn's landing some good left hands here, starting to add up in this round. Hammer fist may have caught the back of the head.
Halfway in the second round, Byron Walker needs to show a little urgency here, start really working to build up. He's got the cage right there. If he could knee slide, kind of prop his shoulder, he could use it to stand. Now Glenn doing a better job. He's kind of in between Byron and the fence, kind of taking that option away. Good hip pressure here from Glenn Norman.
He's clearly been working on his ground game.
A little octopus guard attempt there from Byron Walker, no dice. Glenn Norman able to retain top position, moves into the mount.
This is not where I want to be, below Glenn Norman mounted up.
30 seconds to go. Byron really not having a very good reaction here, not demonstrating competency here. He gets Glenn a little high and able to get back to his feet. A big mistake from Glenn Norman, not retaining his position, keeping his hooks, getting too high. And now Byron Walker up to the feet, back to work. Beautiful, beautiful kick across the body there for Byron Walker. Needs to be careful with those kicks. Doesn't want to get another one caught and end up on his back.
Yeah, that was a great work by Norman, and then a good job by Walker to find his way out of the back there.
Ooh, stones him. He is out on his feet. Holy cow. Just like that, Byron Walker closes the show.
Wow. That was one of the more devastating right hands we have seen recently at American Combat Alliance. That was nasty.
And just turns the page. Glenn Norman in control of that round, gets stoned, and he is out right here. The overhand and hook afterwards, unnecessary. If you ask Byron Walker, he might say very necessary.
Very necessary. Out on his feet, though. I mean, we really haven't seen that recently. The round was about to close. We were inside 5 seconds to go in a round that Byron Walker was most certainly losing, and he finds the finish at the end of round number 2, knocks Glenn Norman out cold. Wow. What a shot.
Very competitive fight up to that point. Like we said, Glenn Norman probably in control. He points to the ground before it happens, too.
No.
Holy cow. Clip that, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness.
Byron Walker, the big right hand, and then the left and another right to finish it off. Wow. Whew. That was a serious knockout. I feel like this is a fitting song, Nuck If You Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes, 59 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner by way of knockout, Starboy Byron Walker.
What a moment for Byron Walker. I mean, think about this. Who knows how round 1 went? Very close round. Judges could have seen it a multitude of ways. He was behind in that round. He was definitely going to lose round 2. There's a chance he would have been going into that 3rd round down 2-0, and then he finds the finish with 5 seconds to go right after Glenn Norman points to the center.
The point to the ground is crazy. Oh, holy cow. What a moment for.
Well, that's one way to get back into the win column. Byron Walker showing he has power too. And, you know, Glenn Norman's power a little out of control, but Byron, crisp, technical, took advantage of a mistake there really by Glenn Norman and made him pay for it drastically.
That was a hammer.
That was and if you're Glenn Norman, you're in such a good position. You make a mistake, you get too high, Walker slips out the backside, and the fight changes just like that. Wow.
That's fighting, baby.
That's fighting. It ain't over till it's over, unless Byron Walker's throwing right hands, and then it's over at the end of round number 2. Whoa. What a big moment here at the halfway point of AKA 48. Certainly a big showing for the fans by Byron Walker. We prepare to move forward with this featherweight matchup between Owen Elkins and Sean Smith. We'll turn it back over to Dynamite.
Here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the featherweight division. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Sean Smith.
Ready for this featherweight matchup, it's Sean Smith, a jiu-jitsu practitioner representing Gracie United of Avoyelles, 5'5", 144.5. Fighting out of Simmsport, Louisiana, here is Sean Smith getting ready to make his way to the cage.
Sean Smith, the hometown guy, training right here at Gracie United, Avoyelles. A stud, a 40-year-old man, the oldest on the card by a long shot, and there was never a doubt in his mind that he was going to be on this card. So many matches came together, fell apart, didn't work out. This guy every single time, no matter who it was, said, yes, let's do it. I'm ready to rock, let's go. Him and Owen Elkins actually have a relationship of some sort, and he didn't really necessarily even want this fight, but this is all that could, this is the one that came together, and you know, no matter the circumstance, like I said, willing to step in there. Much respect to this young man. Looking forward to seeing him get to express himself the way that he's always wanted to, making his MMA debut.
Well, listen, he hasn't fought since 2012. 2012, he's been waiting all this time, and when you've been waiting for, what, 13 years? You'll take what you can get tonight. He will take Owen Elkins. He's 1-3. His first debut was back in 2009. So this is, am I looking at?
No,
yeah. This is it. I was making sure.
I think you're right.
Yeah, this is him. So it's been 13 years essentially since Sean Smith has been out there, and he'll step back in here tonight.
And now, Paragon Casino. Show your love for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Owen Elkins.
A veteran of American Combat Alliance, it's Owen the Silverback Elkins, ready to go here tonight. He's representing Hackney Fitness. He's fighting out of Tioga, Louisiana, 5'8", 145 pounds. Owen starting to make his way a little bit here at AKA.
Yeah, his last time out, he ran into a guy that just kind of put him in a blender in the grappling department. Had a difficult time dealing with the onslaught. Brock Sanders, I believe, was his last opponent. It was a tough fight, tough night at the office for our boy Owen Elkins. You know, he's ready to redeem himself here tonight in front of the hometown crowd.
Yeah, got the decision victory over Hunter Runyon back in July of 2024. We had him back here in March.
It was a banger.
Yeah, lost via armbar against Brock Sanders, and look, that's okay. Brock Sanders is going to be a stud, is a stud, and tonight he'll be taking on Sean Smith.
I think it's important to also mention that Owen Elkins missed weight for this fight. He came in at 149. He was 2 pounds over the limit. They get a 2-pound weight allowance. He was supposed to hit 147 to be considered making weight. Weighed in at 149. Again, my boy Sean Smith, just a gangster, never had a doubt that he was going to take the matchup. Said, all good. Tell him to go back, cut a little weight. We'll see what he comes back at, and we'll take it.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA featherweight division. This fight being brought to you by 97.7 The Cajun. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner representing Gracie United of Avoyles. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 144 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Simmonsport, Louisiana. Here is Sean Smith. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Hackney Fitness. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Tioga, Louisiana. Here is the silverback, Owen Elkins.
I'll tell you what, man, I think he missed weight because he didn't realize he had as much muscle as he did. He's certainly been in the gym since the last, I guess when we first saw him come in here. He's definitely been working out a little bit, but he did miss weight. Now he's ready to go against Sean Smith.
Both guys firing off right kicks simultaneously. Tight guard from Owen Elkins. A little bit different set from Sean Smith. Sean really looking for that right leg. Knee skips off the forehead of Sean Smith. God bless.
That was an interesting attempt there from Elkins. Looked like it got through.
I gotta believe Sean's gonna have a little bit more of an advantage in the grappling department.
As you say that, Owen Elkins spins him right around, attacking the inside of that knee.
Sean Smith really working towards that left underhook, doing a decent job, able to stymie the takedown effort. Beautiful. Here we go to the grappling of Owen Elkins.
Owen just put his knee right on the chin of Sean Smith. Lands a left hand. An absolute scramble right now between these two. Elkins trying to take the back.
Almost loses position here. Owen Elkins able to follow. Has a hook in. Sean needs to get that boot out. Try to work back to a post, knee slide, build his way back, build himself up a little bit. Elbows in, don't let him take your back here. Owen
He's trying, though. He's got Smith wrapped up.
Oh, needs to be careful. He looks to be a little high there.
And he's off.
Smith's out. Back to an underhook position here. Knee to the inside thigh. Nice little right hand. Dirty boxing from Sean Smith.
.30 seconds to go in this opening round. Smith backs up Elkins to the cage once again. Smith with that underhook, but it's Elkins who lands a big knee. Shot to the body from Elkins for good measure. Another knee. Elkins starting to add up these knees here at the end of the first round. Now trying to secure a takedown, and he will. Final 3 seconds, and Owen Elkins lands it. That was a great finish for Owen Elkins. Few big knees, gets a takedown. Great way to finish the round, especially in the judges' eyes.
Yeah, good optics for Owen Elkins, scoring the takedown there at the end. I think he was kind of in control of the round at that point anyways, but why not an exclamation point right quick?
No doubt about it. Secure the round. Take care of business. Owen Elkins looking good, especially in the final 10 seconds there. Got Calvin Hackney in his corner.
A little more grappling from Owen Elkins than I expected to see, which is a good sign. You gotta hope that he's working on that aspect of his game. Pops off the stool nice and fresh.
Always feels good when you know you just won that round. It's a lot easier to get back in there.
You can definitely put some wind in your sails.
Ready to go with round number 2, Elkins and Smith.
Ooh, Owen Elkins skips the switch kick off the forehead of Sean Smith and turns out the lights. Sean Smith not sure what happened. What a moment for Owen Elkins here.
Unbelievable moment for Owen Elkins. He knocks out Sean Smith at the beginning of round number 2.
I was just about to mention Sean's right leg. I mean, this thing's firing off, and thought it was coming close there a couple of times, and right when I was about to say it, the switch kick just skips off the cheekbone of Sean Smith, and just like that, Owen Elkins able to put an exclamation point on the night.
Back-to-back knockouts, one just as good as the next. I'll tell you what, that was an amazing, that's the best moment Owen Elkins has had so far in his young MMA career. He looks great out there tonight, looks good in the grappling. Obviously, anytime you get a knockout finish, that's something that's gonna make you feel really good, but he looks strong, man.
Looked complete, looked like a well-rounded martial artist tonight.
Owen Elkins will have his hand raised, and he's got his first knockout as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 9 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner, the silverback, Owen Elkins.
One more look at it here, and by the way, shout out to our producer-director, Luke Hawkins. Nobody better. We appreciate him so much for everything he does. We could not do these shows without him. So appreciative for all the extra looks that he gives us. And the main look from that fight, Owen Elkins' switch kick finishes the fight in the early parts of round number 2. I'm telling you, man, he looked stronger today. He just looked a little bit more. I know he missed weight by a couple pounds. It is what it is. He looked better. He just looked better in general, and he showed up and took care of business.
All right, now, folks, as we get ready for our next bout of the evening, we're so glad to have you with us here at AKA, the #1 combat sports promotion in Louisiana, the gold standard for combat sports here in the South. And as we're traveling around to different towns with AKA, I'm always telling my friends, I'm like, back home, the guys, they call me Dynamite, and I'm like, man, old Dynamite loves the fans. And we got the best fans in the world right here in Louisiana. I'm bragging on you all the time, but I tell you what I'm gonna do right now. I ain't gonna talk about it. We gonna be about it. We live worldwide right now on YouTube. Dynamite is finna show all you pretty people off. My cameraman Steve's coming with me. I'm coming to see you. I wanna see you get up and have some fun. DJ, give me something we can step to, Marquise. All right, you ready? Here we go. Let's get up, people. Old Dynamite gonna show you fine fans off to the entire world. How about it right here? Get him, Big Sam. Get him, Big Sam. This is how we do it in the booth, baby. For everybody tuning in right now. My DJ fell asleep over here. What's going on, people? There we go. Say yeah! Best in the world right here. That's how we do it in the Bayou State. Get him, Sam. Man, you people looking good tonight. Looking good tonight. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it right here, Sam. Get him. Y'all having a good time. Look right here. Hit him one time. Say, yeah. Let's go, baby. You ready? Hit. All right, we having a good time here at AKA. What's up, pretty lady? How you doing here tonight? We having a good time at the Paragon. That's right, we showing the whole world. Look at this lovely little lady right here. She's having a good time too. Oh, don't hurt him, Big Daddy. Don't hurt him. Yeah, don't hurt him. That's what I'm talking about. All right, right now, let's get loud. Yeah. I got a cameraman phone. All right, right here. Let's get him. Show him what it's all about. Hunter Hutchby in the house, baby. How about it over here? Somebody say, yeah. This is what it's all about, people. This is how AKA does it. This is how Louisiana does it. Right here, Big Sam. Let's get him. Say, yeah. We having a good time. Holloway Outdoors and Marine having a good time. All right, how about it, folks? We're gonna take a quick pause for the cause. Go grab yourself an ice cold beer, and we're coming right back to wind this thing out at AKA 48. Off one more time here at AKA 48. That's right, it's time to get back to the action here at the Paragon Casino. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final bout on our undercard, and it goes down inside the lightweight division. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Daquan Turner.
Daquan the Menace Turner. He's a striker representing the Shed Training Grounds. 5'11", 149 3/4 pounds. Fighting out of Abbeville, Louisiana. He steps into the cage tonight at AKA 48. Undefeated, 3-0. He's been taking care of business. He's got one knockout, one guillotine, and one RNC. So he showed that he's not just a striker. He's got a ground game as well. This should be a very exciting fight, Matt. Turner got some real promise.
Yeah, Daquan Turner, a promising young amateur from the Shed. We know what to expect from these guys from the Shed who got out to a quick start with a big victory from Spencer Turner. Daquan, 3-0, undefeated, well-rounded skill set, has a victory over who I believe is one of the best prospects in the state in Drake Pellegrin. A TKO victory over Drake in 2022. Drake obviously undefeated as a young professional, doing great in his career. I'm out here trying to hustle up Drake a fight too. You better believe it. And you know that's a good feather in the cap for young Daquan Turner.
Well, look, he's 3-0, and he's done it in a multitude of different ways. He's done it with the hands. He's done it with the submissions. We'll see what he has in store tonight for a guy who's got a complete game set, a complete skill set as well in Colton McElhenney.
Stacked, well-built, 135-pound fighter.
And now, Paragon Casino. Put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Colton McElhenney.
The man with maybe the best aura in all of AKA. I mean, he's just got the look. He's got it all. Here comes Colton McElhenney, representing Revive MMA, 5'10", 150. He'll have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight, and he's fighting out of Sour Lake, Texas. McElhenney got off to a promising start as an amateur, went 3-1. We had him back in March. He lost to Brandon Taylor, so he'll be looking to get back into the win column. But we've seen he's got a nasty RNC. Three of his 4 wins have come by rear naked choke. We'll see what he has in store here tonight. Here's Colton McElhenney.
Yeah, a guy that I was always so shocked at the fact that he could make bantamweight. And these guys obviously fighting at a catch weight of 150. They just decided they didn't want to cut weight. We actually had this fight booked for Lake Charles 2 weeks previous, but both of these guys were kind of chomping at the bit to get in there. And we just decided, let's move it forward. Let's not cut weight, and we'll show up at what we walk at, essentially 150 pounds, get in a cage and fight each other. And very happy for these guys stepping up for this moment, and both of these guys are studs. Colton McElhenney, I think you saying best aura, that is far and away true.
Yeah, no doubt.
My dog has it all. Definitely a star in the making. Looking to get back in the win column tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he showed off the stash in the past. Tonight he's rocking the full beard, and tonight he walks into the cage to take on Daquan Turner in what could be one of the fights of the night. I mean, I know we're coming off 2 beautiful knockouts, but these 2 guys right here have elite skill sets, and this should be a banger to finish off our undercard.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA lightweight division, a catch weight of 150 pounds. This fight being brought to you by Mammoth Coolers. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a striker representing the Shed Training Grounds in Lafayette. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 149 3/4 pounds. Fighting out of Abbeville, Louisiana. Here is Daquan the Menace Turner. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Revive MMA. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 150 pounds, fighting out of Sour Lake, Texas. Here is Colton McElhenney.
Ready to go with the final fight on our undercard. Our final amateur fight of the night. We'll turn to the pros after this. What a good way to finish off the amateur portion of this card.
Daquan Turner wins the race to the middle.
And they both sprinted out there.
It's quick feet.
Now it's McElhenney taking the center.
Big lead leg kick from Daquan Turner, pawing out the jab. Sharp striking from the Shed protege.
Like he caught him with an uppercut there as McElhenney was coming in. Now McElhenney with the takedown.
Beautiful level change, got his hands together, lifts Daquan Turner, turns him vertical, straight into half guard for Colton McElhenney. Big moment. Daquan was putting some combinations together, finding his range, finding his timing. Scary stuff.
McElhenney doing the smart thing, changing levels, comes up with the takedown, and we know he's very dangerous here. 3 of his 4 wins have come by submission. They were rear naked chokes.
This is good control here by Colton McElhenney, just keeping good topside pressure, pinning Daquan Turner's shoulders to the mat. Good hips, got him just crunched up on the fence here, making it very difficult for Daquan to create any type of space. Again, with the shoulder pressure from side control, from half guard from McElhenney.
Certainly a place that McElhenney is comfortable down here.
Daquan trying to get his guard back and does so.
Landed a couple shots from the bottom as well. McElhenney trying to posture up and land something.
McElhenney needs some more ground and pound. This is kind of a tricky spot there against the fence. Daquan working pretty hard from this position. Knee on face. We are not friends.
McElhenney with some serious pressure here. 1 minute to go in the first round.
Good pass attempt there. Daquan able to retain his guard.
McElhenney trying to step through. Unable to do so far. Shots at the body.
Good controlling round here. Colton McElhenney just imposing his will. I'd like to see him do a little more damage. These punches here are good. He needs his posture, his head up a little higher if he's going to generate any good power on those punches. Just surfing through the positions is McElhenney.
Yeah, Turner was trying to get back to his feet, but McElhenney smothering to finish off that first round. Strong round for McElhenney. I think he saw that the striking from Turner was going to be very sharp. Immediately changed levels, got the takedown, and dominated the final 90 seconds.
Good timing, too, because Daquan Turner just skipped a rock off his face. McElhenney able to change levels on the next big punch, get his hands together, elevate, and pass the guard as he scores. And he really kept that position the duration of the round.
Yeah, good work by McElhenney. Didn't mount a ton of damage there, but certainly a ton of control time.
A lot of control time, enough damage to win the optics,
yes,
and
for
certainly,
sure.
I mean, I think it's very obvious that he won that round.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That'll be one in the bag for Colton McElhenney as we prepare for this second round.
I anticipate that the pace will not slow too much just because these guys didn't cut weight. They're in here fresh, ready to rock.
It is exciting to see two guys that don't have to fight weight, or excuse me, cut weight. You know, they're out there fighting at their full potential.
You see Daquan already kind of on that back foot a little more, just trying. Right hand got really close.
Oh.
Double jab cross, loses his footing.
Got to be careful, though.
Beautiful, good moment. That time Daquan rolls through, hammer fist to the side of the face. Those came close. Colton McElhaney again lifts vertical.
Just a mistake on that kick, Matt. I mean, he was really kind of starting to find his range, landed a couple shots, lost his balance on that kick, went down to the mat. Now McElhaney's got him pinned up against the cage once again.
You know, and McElhaney just being savvy and finding his moments, being opportunistic. Daquan Turner, obviously so talented, so skilled. I can see his eyes are open. He's measured. He's stepping back. Came out this round like measured, you know, take on the back foot a little bit, trying to find his moments. And, yeah, just makes, you know, an error in judgment there, loses his footing, and McElhaney jumps on him. Pounces.
Yeah, he pounced on him, and now he's in side control here. Under 2 minutes to work for McElhaney. Like Turner's going to slip out the back.
Almost a good moment there for Turner. Back to the shoulder pressure. Good control here from Colton McElhaney. Staying active, but surfing. Knee on belly. Gets close to mount. Almost loses the position. Good attempt here from Daquan Turner. Didn't turn into anything, but it was enough of a threat to almost create a scramble. McElhaney just too savvy.
Too good in these positions. Now McElhaney trying to get some ground and pound going.
McElhaney trying to isolate this arm over here, looking for a key lock maybe. He's got the wrist pinned. Gotta be careful yet. And Daquan just athletic, strong. It's going to be a difficult one to cinch up.
Now into mount for McElhaney.
That was a good strike that landed for Colton. Good punches, thumping.
Got a little too high, though.
Turner needs to make something happen here. Again, just Colton doing a good job of, these are good punches, and Daquan's head is just stuck. A little fence grab there to correct his posture. Back to knee on face.
McElhaney really dominating these positions.
I think it's very apparent who has the advantages, and McElhaney has had a lot of success.
Starting to tee off on the body now is McElhaney. Couple to the head for good measure.
Big hammer fist.
That was a big shot, maybe the biggest shot so far in this fight to finish off the second round for Colton McElhaney. Another one in the bag for Colton. Once again, got the takedown and just controlled the round from there.
I think it's pretty obvious that Colton's up 2 rounds, but Daquan Turner just so dangerous, and you can see he's going to come out and know he needs this one. He needs to put this guy away. There's going to be a little more urgency. I think he did the right thing at the beginning of this round. You could tell he was trying to be a little more measured, but it was just losing his footing on that kick. That right hand came close. It was McElhaney that kind of got the better of it there. Has a double jab cross, just too heavy on his front leg, flicks it up, loses his footing. Colton doing a great job double legging, finds his position, controls the rest of the round. What a fight though, good golly.
Well, you said McElhaney pounced, and that's exactly what he did whenever he saw the opportunity. Came up with the takedown and then controlled the round from there. But look, we've had a couple fights that, you know, were going a certain way, and then we saw a big knockout. Let's see if Turner can find something in this third.
Triple jab to start the round from Colton. Big looping right hand.
Turner trying to find the knockout shot of his own.
Daquan knows he needs it, but he still needs to let it develop. I don't think it's going to be tough to just get it done. Oh my gosh!
You can't do that. That's just poor execution for one, and just a poor decision. And now it's McElhaney right back into a dominant position where he spent most of this fight.
Yeah, just such a high risk, low reward type maneuver here in the third round where Colton's in control. We need to keep our feet planted. We need to throw bombs, uppercuts, hooks, find a way inside and find a big shot. That was not the move. Daquan's going to learn from this stuff. You know, I just think these types of fights are so important for the development of these guys.
And he looks so sharp with his punches.
Oh,
I mean, he really does. It's just that he's made some mistakes here, and McElhenney has certainly capitalized, and now he's in the – looks like he's moved into mount.
We are 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this round, and this is a good position. Colton, I believe, making a mistake, kind of attacking the head and arm choke there. He had good posture. I think he needed to drop some punches.
Well, he's got that arm pin for a moment.
Daquan so explosive, so athletic, and it's painstakingly obvious his talent, but just tonight, tactical errors.
And you can't make errors against a guy like McElhenney. He will capitalize.
And you better believe McElhenney's he's here for redemption.
Oh,
we
yeah.
remember how that last fight was, and it's not like he got run over either. He was digging deep throughout that fight and having a good night tonight, pitching somewhat of a shutout here, third round, riding the mount, in control, looking for the Dagestani handcuff here.
You do not want to give up your back to this guy. That is one
Certainly
thing
not.
you definitely
Certainly
don't
not.
want to do if you're Turner.
Daquan just needs to go to the basics here, you know, like now he's gift wrapped, but you know, we're mounted. We need to get to our mount escapes. We're not able to bench press this guy off of us. We've been trying that now for 3 rounds, but get to your hip, create a bottom leg, push yourself into half guard, you know, just basic fundamental mount escapes. And those are the types of things that kind of get away from guys like Daquan that are so explosive, so talented, such a crisp striker, but this is mount, baby. We got to know how to get out of these spots.
Well, he has not gotten out, and McElhenney starting to pour it on at the end of round number 3. Colton McElhenney pitches a shutout here against Daquan Turner, wins all 3 rounds. I mean, he probably had 6 minutes of control time. Great work by Colton McElhenney. Great way to get back into the win column, and he does it in dominant fashion. Just the main storyline, obviously, elite stuff there by Colton once they got to the ground, but the mistakes by Turner allowing it to get to the ground, that was really the deciding factor. I feel like it's got to be a little bit more heady, got to have a little bit higher fight IQ. And it's like you said, it's a learning lesson. This is a spot where he's going to learn. He's going to go back and look at this and say, why did I attempt that?
This kid is such a stud, and Colton as well, you know.
Yep.
I mean, Colton obviously probably the victor tonight. That will be the ultimate story. Colton, his redemption from his last fight, getting beat. That was a tough one, a tough pill for him to swallow, but he looked great tonight. But Daquan Turner, such a stud, such a bright future for this young man. And he'll learn from this stuff. He has a great squad, a great team. I know he'll bounce back.
Dynamite's into the cage, and time to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious mixed martial arts action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Colton McElhenney.
Colton McElhenney closes out the undercard with a superior performance here against Daquan Turner. Just great stuff there by Colton. Took advantage of the mistakes made by Turner, and so good on the ground. I mean, you don't want to get on the ground with Colton McElhenney. He will wear you down and wear you out.
Just savvy, you know,
Yep.
has no problem with just, you know, being sticky and keeping your shoulders flat and putting his pressure on you. I mean, beautiful performance. Colton's the real deal, can really grapple. Love to see that he bounced back tonight, and good stuff. This was a tough fight.
Nice win there for the Revive MMA squad. And Colton will exit the cage with another victory.
That will do it for the undercard of our bouts here this evening. Up next will be the main card of AKA 48, all professional fights moving forward. Now, allow old Dynamite to set the stage for this next bout. We have 2 fighters that will step inside the AKA cage here at the Paragon Casino. Both fighters undefeated. Both fighters on an 8-fight win streak, undefeated as amateurs, undefeated as professionals. They will step inside the cage now. Only one will remain with his O intact when this bout is over. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Ray Waters.
Ray All Day Sweet Baby Waters, a freestyle fighter, 5-0. Representing Fight Ready out of Scottsdale, Arizona. He is fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Checking in at 5'11", just under 170 pounds. And this is a guy that's got some serious talent, Matt.
A high-level wrestler, a blue-chip prospect coming from a great squad out at Fight Ready. I've done some time with the Fight Ready crew with Henry Cejudo, and I mean, just a great facility, great coaches, top to bottom, everything you could possibly need. Strength and conditioning. I mean, these guys have access to stud athletes like Ray Waters, who had a storied wrestling background. This guy's a true blue chip prospect in my opinion.
He became a pro in May of 2021, finished that fight over LJ Porte with a rear naked choke, knocked out Bajorquez in December of 2021, and now he's won his last 3 via unanimous decision. He'll be looking to get it done here tonight against the surging Marco Soto. Welterweight matchup in the professional ranks coming up right now for Ray Waters.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage. Put your hands together for Marco Soto.
Marco Super Soto, 3-0 as a professional. He's representing Southside MMA, fighting out of Dallas, Texas. He checked in at 5'10", 170 pounds. And Marco is a guy that, I mean, he's looked great every time we've had him here inside the AKA cage.
Marco actually checked in at 173.5 pounds.
That's right.
Missing the mark by 2.5 pounds. Unfortunately, having to forfeit a percentage of his purse to Ray Waters for this bout. Unfortunate. Obviously, this is a fight that everybody's very excited about. Marco Soto, also, I believe, a blue chip prospect, a guy from this region that really has a lot of promise to him. Had some moments to chat with him about the weight stuff, and you know, that's something we got to get right. We've got to be accountable, and we've got to be reliable in that department. Obviously, you can have a skill set that works at the next level, but if you're not able to do the little things, those things can really set you back and put you in bad grace with higher powers. So just something to consider moving forward. Marco, talented guy, great grappler, complete skill set, can strike. Obviously, black belt in jiu-jitsu, good submission skills. And a guy that wants to fight tough competition. You know, when I started putting this fight together, Ray Waters, I wasn't sure whether or not Marco Soto was ready to step up to the plate and face such a prospect, but I mean, he got back to me quick, and these guys were ready to rock for this one. So I think he understands the opportunity this is for him, and he's looking to seize the moment tonight.
We'll see who seizes the moment here at AKA 48. Marco Soto, Ray Waters.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts action inside the AKA welterweight division. This fight being brought to you by the Paragon Casino. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter coming to you tonight with a professional record of 5 wins, and never has he tasted defeat. He is representing the Fight Ready Fight team of Scottsdale, Arizona. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 169 3/4 pounds. Fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona, here is All Day Sweet Baby Ray Waters. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, coming to you tonight with a professional record of 3 wins, and neither has he tasted defeat. Representing Southside MMA, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, here is Marco Super Soto.
Ready for this high-level matchup between Waters and Soto, our first of 3 professional fights.
Big fight here. Feints coming from Ray Waters early on, just gauging, trying to feel out the reactions of Marco Soto.
Soto flips a couple kicks out there, neither lands. Waters fires back and lands.
Double jab. Not quite able to check that, but a better reaction than letting him eat his leg up.
Nice jab from Waters.
Sharp jab. Waters looking to tenderize that thigh of Marco Soto.
Once again, Waters attacking that lead leg.
Looks like Marco, nice trade hooks there. Look like Waters got the better of it. Switch kick, elbow over the top from Waters. Marco trying to Frank Mir that underhooker. I guess that'd be more of John Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
He was the one who did that.
Soto threw an elbow in there as well. Couldn't tell how much it caught of Waters.
Good underhook work here from Soto, able to circle Waters back to the fence.
Good look at the Paragon as Soto and Waters battle it out.
Waters doing a good job of not allowing Marco to win the head control. Back to the jab from Ray Waters. Sharp jab finds the chin. Good combo there from Marco.
It's the second time we've seen Waters change stance and try and throw that lead leg.
Just a little off balance as he does it. 2 minutes down. Good head position here from Marco Soto.
Soto working with that underhook. Approaching the halfway point of round number 1. Knee up the middle.
Better position here for Ray Waters. Nice knee. Really digs in there. Good head position. Ray just such great posture here against the fence, keeping Marco from being comfortable whatsoever.
Soto trying to get that underhook back.
Ooh, that elbow came close. Beautiful sequence there from Ray Waters as they break from the clinch.
Soto's got a cut above that left eye.
Soto's cut on his calf, it looks like, and I think that calf is, that lead leg is beat up. Ray Waters has tenderized the calf of Marco Soto.
Waters starting to get the better of this one here in round number 1.
Tough spot here. Marco bleeding.
He is gushing blood.
Minute and a half in the first round. Ray Waters, you got to know, very comfortable in this front headlock position.
It had to be that elbow potentially that caught him and
Maybe
cut him,
so.
don't you think?
It must have nicked
must have
him.
caught him.
I'm not sure.
Couple shots for Waters.
And Marco wisely kind of pulls guard in that position. Ray Waters, just an onslaught from the top position, dicing through the half guard of Marco Soto. These are big punches, good ground and pound, and just the contrast between the professionals and the amateurs in the ground and pound. I mean, just look how devastating Ray Waters is when he connects.
Well, he has opened up Soto. He's a bloody mess in the center of the cage right now.
Multiple cuts. Looks like a cut over both eyes of Marco Soto. Ray Waters just, oh, that's a big cut.
Had to be that elbow. I just feel like it had to be
I feel
another
like
one. Waters starting to pour it on here at the end of the first round. Big shots.
Soto doing well to move at the right time.
Dominant first round for Ray Waters. Opened up Marco Soto, and he'll head back to the stool to try and get cleaned up by the cut man. The jab really working for Ray Waters. Kind of opened everything up for him, it felt like.
I feel like Marco's lead leg is compromised too.
Yeah, it could be.
A couple times Marco's lifting that lead leg to try to check the kick, but the kick's at the calf, and it's turning him, and I think it's still digging into that calf. I just saw, through one of the exchanges after it looked at that Ray Waters landed a nice solid calf kick. It just looked like he was really uneasy on that lead leg. I could be wrong, but
there's another one right there for good measure.
And you see he's kind of stepping with both legs here, and that's because he's finding it difficult to keep his stance. Ray Waters even able to ring him up with a nice hook within that exchange. Marco Soto is tough as nails. Ray Waters really took momentum of that last round.
Yes, he did. We'll see what round two has in store. Round two underway.
See Marco. Big looping hook.
Yeah, Waters way out of range there.
A nice little bite down there. Ray Waters not messing around with it. Marco really needs to keep this fight upright.
Yeah, you don't want to get Ray Waters down there on the ground. Oh, nice knee from Soto, maybe an equalizer. Good scramble from Waters.
Waters just so sharp with his takedown defense and just punished Marco as he shoots an ill-timed shot. Ray Waters just stuffs the head, squares up, drives his face into the mat, and now here he is in a position he's done a lot of damage from.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Good guard, solid guard retention there from Marco, but
looking for a fence grab, didn't look like he grabbed it. Soto trying to land some elbows from the bottom. Marco brought a lot of fans with him over from Dallas.
Did.
They're trying to will him back into this.
Marco Soto travels well. The cheer of the crowd garners some type of reaction.
Right now, Waters just smothering. Good pressure.
Waters has had so much success when he creates space postures and punches through Marco's guard. He kind of has Marco pinned here up against the fence as well.
Oh, there it was.
Man, It's just so powerful, too.
Referee calling for the doctor, I believe.
They're looking at that cut.
Yeah. We're going to stop the action momentarily. They'll take a look at this cut on Soto.
That was a quick look. I don't believe that is correct.
Well, it looked like Waters wanted him to go back to his feet. I don't know. Either way, we're standing once again. About 2:20 to go here in round number 2.
Marco's still pretty fresh on the feet, ripping out good strikes here. Let's see if he can muster something up here.
I feel like that uppercut may have slipped through for Soto. Waters changing level once again and gets the takedown.
It's a good bite down here, but Ray doing the right thing, keeping his head side high. Beautiful stuff here. That's what Marco needed, but Ray Waters just...
Now Soto taking the back. Soto has finished his last 2 fights with the RNC. He's trying to lock it up here.
Just doesn't quite have the right angle.
Nope. Waters trying to weather the storm, and he will.
This is exactly what Marco Soto needed to finish this round strong. In a good position here. Ray Waters has to make something happen. Builds back up to his base. He needed something.
Oh, it's that neck again.
Marco Soto back to the rear naked choke. Ray able to peel the top hand off. Ooh, big elbow. 1 minute remains in the round. Ray's got to be careful letting his hands get together like this.
That's a little bit deeper, it looks like.
But
it's still going to slip out.
He just knows he's out of position, but still he's in it. He needs a little urgency to escape.
Soto starting to pour it on, though.
Absolutely.
Trying to get around to get this back to 1-1.
I know Ray had some big moments in this round too, but just the optics of this, another good rear naked choke attempt here. Ray taps. Holy cow! And Marco Soto gets the submission victory over the undefeated Ray Waters, undefeated no more.
I have to point it out. The decision by the referee to bring the doctor in to look at the cut really altered that. Then he put him back on the feet. Waters had position. He was in the guard.
I'm just not sure that makes much sense.
That's crazy. What a turn of events here in the second round. A round that Waters was dominating for the first portion. Then they stand it back up. Waters got the takedown. Soto grabbed the neck. From there, he took the back, and he ultimately gets the finish with the RNC at the end of round number 2. Unbelievable. What a turn of events. And a potentially puzzling moment there from the referee. Not awarding position back to Waters. I mean, it's going to be debated. It'll be talked about when you look at this fight. Waters was fully in control. And that was certainly a fight-changing moment, but you got to give it to Soto. Did a great job to come away with the finish here at the end of round number 2, and now he's hearing it from his fans. Wow.
What a victory for Marco Soto. A big night for him.
Man, that cut was nasty, though. You can see it right there above the left eyebrow. That's a tough one if you're Waters. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 4 minutes, 27 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner and still undefeated Marco Super
I'm the one they forgot about. I need some help reminding these motherfuckers. Boy, help me. So cold.
Come talk to me, my man. What a fight. I mean, he gave you all you could ask for. You turned the tide in that second round. He went for the takedown. You grabbed the neck, ultimately took the back, got the RNC finish. Walk us through that finishing sequence.
Jiu-Jitsu! I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm not in charge. I'm not the one that said, hey, reset us. I was ready to go on my back. I wasn't out. I'm alive. I'm well. Look, there's no reason to stop it. I understand the frustration, but it is what it is, baby.
Well, hey, look, aside from that, that was a sensational finish, locking up the RNC. That's now your third straight fight you finished with the RNC. Just kind of walk us through that sequence.
Jiu-Jitsu! Hey, man, if I get on anyone's back, it's going to be a long night, so put me out or don't let me in. It's one or the other.
Final thing I got for you, 4-0, still undefeated. How does that feel?
Feels great, but I'm going to be alive. I'm going to wake up in the morning, and I'm going to be chasing my next goal, baby, 5-0. Wait until I get to that top spot.
Let's hear it for the still undefeated Marco Soto.
Bring 'em out.
A big victory for Marco Soto, moves to 4-0.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Tough stuff for Ray Waters. Confusion there. Obviously, I don't feel as if it was malicious, but still, we're talking about guys' careers here, and that's a big moment. That's a big change of momentum. You stop the fight because he's cut, and then you take away the top position. And, you know, it would be one thing if the ref was stepping in and saying he was breaking it because it's not like there was a lot of action going on right there, but that's not what was said. That's not what was communicated. So just a ton of confusion, somewhat embarrassing, like an embarrassing moment.
Yeah, the Waters corner was not happy about it. He was dominating the fight. I mean, he was in full control. It's certainly a bit puzzling, but ultimately it is Soto who took advantage of that. You know, he was given a break. He took advantage of that break. But yeah, for Waters, certainly disappointing, no doubt about that. And I think his camp had good reason to be upset with that one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We'll move to our next fight, though. It's Braxton King, who has put on a show many times at the Paragon. He's going to be taking on Kyle Todrank in our co-main event set for featherweight.
When a doctor intervenes on a medical check, they always have to reset. I just got done the ABC class today. I was just in the ABC class. We learned to talk about that. The timeout for a doctor to look. I was working out like you do medical checks. If you call a timeout at the doctor's
All right, here we go, fight fans. Moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This will be your co-main event, and it goes down inside the featherweight division. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Kyle Todrank.
Co-main event time. It's Kyle Todrank, a freestyle fighter with a record of 3-2, representing the War Training Center. 5'11", 145 pounds, fighting out of Houston, Texas. Here comes Kyle Todrank. And I'll tell you what, Cutthroat has been making his way. He's now 3-2. 1-1 via split decision. He's got an RNC finish. He's got a twister finish. And then if you look back at his amateur fights, a couple of RNCs, few unanimous decision victories, and this is a guy that's really showed promise, especially when the fight goes to the ground. It's Kyle Todrank.
Kyle Todrank, former D1 wrestler at Purdue, a high-level wrestler, guy that can really put everything together. Well-rounded skill set. I'm probably on the mat with Kyle once or twice a week, every week, and have been for a couple of years. Young guy on the come up. We all recognize that he was skilled and talented and dynamic skill set. Definitely a good athlete. Despite the way he looks, he moves quite well.
He does look a bit unassuming, but look, hey, it's a fight, right? Sometimes it's the most unassuming guys that are the most dangerous. Here comes Kyle Toe-Drink. He's cleared the commission check down spot. He's into the cage. He's ready to go.
Dynamic fighter, fun grappler. Like nothing this guy does he do half speed. Everything's rocking. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage. Put your hands together for Braxton King.
Braxton King, 4-3 now as a professional, representing Performance Evolution, and Gracie Barra of Lake Charles checks in at 5'11", 145 pounds, fighting out of Opelousas, Louisiana. It is Braxton King. This is a guy that seems to always fight here at the Paragon, Matt.
Yeah, this is home for Braxton King out of Opelousas, Louisiana. Last time he headlined the event, came up short. A valiant effort, good fight, some of the best fighting I've seen Braxton King doing. Though he took an L that last one, he's trying to bounce back here, redeem himself. He's got a tough task in front of him with Kyle Toe-Drink, but I really think these guys are pretty evenly matched up in a lot of regards, and tonight I feel like it's the guy who wants it more. And that was actually something that Braxton King told me as well. He thought it would come down tonight to who wanted it more here in the moment. And oftentimes that's just cliche, that's a silly thing to say, but when all things are equal, sometimes that's exactly what it is. Who wants it more?
We've seen Braxton finish 3 of his fights via the armbar. He's got a great submission game.
Great open guard.
He can do a lot on the ground. There's no doubt about it. It's the striking that maybe there are some questions. We'll see if Toe-Drink can take advantage there. But if this goes to the ground, Braxton can throw up a submission from anywhere.
Yeah, Braxton King definitely has a very tricky open guard, able to get to that armbar and just snap it on out of nowhere. You got to think Kyle Toe-Drink's done a little homework and played in some guards a little bit throughout this training camp. We saw a lot of good stuff on the feet from Braxton. Just had a little bit of difficulty because he was facing such a pressure striker. He's facing a different, it's a different challenge tonight, not quite the pressure fighter that he faced the last time. So I'm interested to see if he's able to get his striking going a little bit tonight.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of professional featherweight action here at AKA 48. This fight is being brought to you by Holloway Outdoors and Marine in Alexandria. And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, coming to you tonight with a professional record of 3 wins and 2 defeats. He is representing the War Training Center. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, here is Kyle Toe-Drink. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, coming to you tonight with a professional record of 4 wins and 3 defeats. He is representing the Performance Evolution fight team of Lake Charles, and Gracie Barra, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu of Lake Charles. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, by way of Opelousas. Here is Braxton King.
Braxton stalking during those introductions. He looks ready to go. Toe-Drink a little bit more reserved, and we are underway with our co-main event.
Big right hand loops over the top for Kyle Cutthroat.
Braxton trying to attack that lead leg. Oh.
Cross to the body, hook to the head for Kyle. Good stuff thus far. Underhook here. Kyle's got the double unders. This is a dangerous position.
Some toe stomps. Foot stomps, I should say.
Foot sweep attempt. Circles off the fence back to the center for Braxton.
Oh,
beautiful.
Toe drink looking crisp here early. Another right hand.
Kyle gaining some confidence. Left hand finds the target there for Braxton King. Probably the best shot of the fight for him. Jabbing on the front leg. Good little oblique kick there from Braxton King.
Braxton trying to fire back a right hand of his own. Toe drink. Sitting down on that one.
Big left hand stuns Braxton King, and he is in trouble. Kyle Toe Drink pouring on the strikes from the closed guard.
Now some big elbows from Toe Drink.
Beautiful elbows. I think Braxton's hurt.
He's hurt bad.
He's not defending himself very well here. Big elbows again from Kyle Toe Drink. Again, unanswered shots.
Toe Drink looking for a finish here. Braxton trying to push him off.
You gotta believe this fight has been very close to being stopped here. Kyle senses the finish is near. Kind of resettles here, chopping with the hammer fists.
Oh, those are right on the money from Toe Drink.
Braxton trying to...
Braxton's hurt, man.
Yeah, he is.
Back to his feet, though.
Smart stuff, and Kyle clips him again. Big overhand right, sends Braxton King to the mat.
This is over.
The referee seriously needs to think about stopping this fight.
Telling him to fight back. Braxton certainly not fighting back. Right now, it's all Toe Drink. This fight nearing its end.
All these unanswered shots. The fight is all over. Kyle Toe Drink comes in and gets the devastating finish. Lines up the overhand right and drops Braxton King.
First, it was a big left hand. Then he caught him with a right when he got back to his feet, and that was the beginning of the end for Braxton King. Kyle Toe Drink exposing Braxton King on the feet and winning this fight in dominant fashion.
It's got to feel good for Kyle. Big left hook. That's the one that's had him stepping in potholes. A lot of big strikes from Kyle on the mat, too. Good elbows, making good contact and connection. Just cleans Braxton King up here. Not my favorite stoppage. Could have been sooner. Good golly, Braxton King obviously devastated, coming up short. Kyle Toe Drink elated, rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, look, Toe Drink, that was sensational stuff. Took no damage. I think Braxton may have landed one or two. Toe Drink, though, showing off here tonight and picking up another win. He'll move to 4-2 now as a professional. Man, Braxton ate a ton of elbows there, too. I mean, he was getting pummeled on the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes 39 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner, Kyle Toe Drink.
I forgot for a second. All right, Kyle, come and talk to me, my man. That was an incredibly impressive performance, striking on point there. I mean, you really dominated the fight. What do you think of it?
I know that when I step in the octagon, a lot of people think I'm going to wrestle. But I mean, I've been doing karate since I was 7. I actually did an amateur boxing career in Louisiana. I got robbed of a couple decisions in that amateur boxing career.
Boo.
So I knew coming into Louisiana, I'm from Texas, I had to put this man away. He fought for y'all's belt. That last time out, I knew he was a warrior. I knew he was a great competitor. And I knew I had to shine tonight.
Well, what's next for you? I just heard you say he fought for the belt. What's next for Kyle Toe Drink?
Man, I came out of this with no injuries. If I can get around, turn around quick, get right back in this octagon, keep stacking W's on my record, tonight was just the beginning of what you guys are going to see from my hands.
Well, an impressive performance from you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Toe Drink.
A big win for Kyle Toe Drink. You know he's going to relish in that victory for a little while, but he wants to be right back to work, get another fight soon. Big night for the crew from Houston.
I tried to leave the opening for him to say he wanted to fight for the belt. You know, we'll see. We'll get him back in here again, try and get him going. It was a great performance from him, though. He looked sensational here tonight. And, man, I mean, that was a walk in the park for him. Took no damage, took care of business, and moves to 4-2. Great work by Kyle Toe Drink. That's it for the co-main event. Time now for the moment you've been waiting for. It is our main event of AKA
Don't
48.
forget, ladies and gentlemen, make sure and join us for the official after party right after our main event coming up next. It goes down at Club Mizaz right here inside the Paragon. And we've got a bachelor party in the house tonight. I know those boys are ready to cut up. Come join us in Club Mizaz. We're going to have a good time at the AKA 48 after party. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is all come down to this. Up next will be your AKA 48 main event of the evening. It will be 3 rounds inside the AKA Bantamweight division. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Mo Miller.
Here comes the Mo Show. It's Maurice Miller, a wrestler with a 9-4 record, representing Extreme Couture, 5'9", 136 pounds, fighting out of Canton, Ohio by way of Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is a guy that, I mean, you don't want to get on the ground with him. He's a sensational wrestler, a 9-4 record, Matt.
Good grappler, 1-0 on the Contender Series, fought for the Fury title in the past as well. Just a great competitor. Solid bantamweight prospect, a guy that I think a lot of, well-rounded skill set. Obviously, but before he started training at Extreme Couture, I believe he was training at Strong Style or whatever the gym is there in Cleveland that Stipe Miocic also trains at. Comes from a good background, good wrestler, stud.
Well, he's finished 5 of his 9 wins on the ground, either via submission or ground and pound. He gets you down there. He's looking to finish you one way or another. And tonight he's trying to put on the Mo Show here against Andrew Garrett to cap off AKA 48.
Yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for Mo. 2 guys who are probably on the radar. And when you're on the radar, you just got to stack a couple good wins. And things tend to go your way. I said it a little bit earlier tonight, I think this fight has serious implications for whoever is able to come out the victor.
Everybody's trying to take that next step, and it's fights like this that can help you work your way up that ladder. Tonight, that chance is for Maurice Miller at AKA 48 in our main event.
And now, Paragon Casino. Put your hands together for his opponent. Here is Andrew Garrett.
the undefeated Andrew Garrett, ready to make the walk, also a wrestler. 6-0, representing Global Fitness Center and Mazu Muay Thai. He's 5'9", 135 pounds, fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana. He puts that undefeated record on the line here tonight. You don't get 6-0 unless you're really talented, Matt.
6-0, 6 finishes, another young man with serious aura. I mean, this guy just has that touch to him. He hits people and they fall. Smooth striker, good eyes, good pair of legs on him, moves well. Heard a lot of good stuff about his ability to defend takedowns and wrestle as well. It's going to get put to the test tonight. Andrew Garrett, just a guy ready to rise to the occasion. He understands that this is his moment, and in order for him to get to the next level, he's going to have to conquer some good fighters, get some big wins, stack up some dubs against guys who are just like him, on the radar, true prospects, and that's exactly what Mo Miller is. I think Andrew Garrett understands the task at hand tonight. He knows how big this moment is. And if the way he carries himself is any indication, I think he's ready for tonight.
Well, it's interesting. He's got a wrestling background, but he's finished all 6 of his fights with his hands. So he's clearly got a complete skill set, and he's going to need that wrestling background here tonight against Mo Miller.
They tell me he has a wrestling background. Yep. I have not seen it. All I've seen is him smack dudes and them crumble to the mat.
Yep. Well, he knocked out Jonathan Ellen. We had him about a year ago here at the Paragon Casino, took care of business there. He'll be looking to replicate that tonight at AKA 48. Garrett, Miller, main event. It's time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paragon Casino, in association with American Combat Alliance, are proud to bring to you your AKA 48 main event of the evening. 3 professional rounds inside the AKA Bantamweight division. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's go time! And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a wrestler, coming in tonight with a professional record of 9 wins and 4 defeats. He is representing the Extreme Couture Gym in Las Vegas, Nevada. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Canton, Ohio, here is Mo Miller. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a wrestler, coming in tonight with a perfect MMA record of 6 wins, and never has he tasted defeat. He is representing the Global Fitness Center at Mazu Muay Thai. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Alexandria, Louisiana, here is Andrew Garrett.
All right, gentlemen, you've already received your instructions. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, let's go to work.
Got one of our elite referees out there for this one, Basil Bam Bam Maju, for our main event. Andrew Garrett, Mo Miller, we're underway.
Nice snap and low kick to get the round started. Mo Miller evades the next one. Level change fades. Andrew finding a home for that back leg teep, keeping his range a little bit, making Mo Miller think twice about entering.
Change stances briefly. Now back to
Short
orthodox.
jab,
Oh,
low
wow.
kick.
Beautiful stuff from Andrew Garrett.
Andrew Garrett doing a good job of breaking up his timing a little bit, circling a little left, circling a little right, keeping Mo Miller guessing. Inside low kick from Mo Miller, teep to follow, teep to the face, finds the chin.
Jab.
Swiping right hand, another low kick. Mo Miller gonna have to do something about those low kicks.
Yeah, he's gonna have to deal with that. Garrett starting to find a home for it. Going
Calf
back there
kick.
once again. He's spinning Miller all the way around with it.
And targeting both the thigh and the calf, not necessarily an easy thing to do.
Mo Miller sent one into the body.
Good eyes from Andrew Garrett. Good check of the kick there from Andrew. Mo Miller needs one of those. Nice solid check. Another low kick finds the quad.
Well, here's what we wanted to see from these two guys. Mo Miller immediately getting on top. Garrett right back to his feet.
Garrett doing a good job sticking with his underhook and just building back, not allowing Mo Miller to establish position. Good rip to the body from Mo Miller.
Garrett returns fire.
Good stuff from these boys.
Halfway point of round number one.
Good check again.
It's the second time he's checked a kick for Miller.
Andrew Garrett just in a good position, balanced in his stance, able to use his eyes, see that low kick coming, check it, and there he attacks the calf again.
He's beating that calf up. We'll see if it pays dividends later in this fight.
Snapping jab from Andrew Garrett.
Once again to the calf. Spinning attack from Miller.
I think Mo Miller needs to start implementing some level changes, trying to set up, at least make him think about it.
Oh, he's just getting that calf chewed up right now.
And that one right there, that was a low kick. That was actually to the thigh, big looping right hand. Garrett smartly creating space.
Maybe the best shot landed so far for Andrew Garrett.
Ooh.
These boys are starting to open up a bit. One minute to go in this opening round.
Mo Miller looking for that fastball right hand.
Garrett ducking out of the way though.
Seen him show the right uppercut, trying to get Andrew to pick his head up a little bit so he can swipe that overhand over the top. Mo Miller switching stances. You got to think that has something to do with that lead leg getting eaten up.
Miller attacking the inside on Garrett.
For a guy who's such a prolific finisher, Garrett just so measured.
Yeah, very methodical. Not going to be enough time left for Miller to do anything with this attempt.
I think going into the second round, Mo Miller needs to close the distance a little faster and make it into a grappling match. Just see what happens, change it up a little bit. Solid round from Andrew Garrett. Mo Miller had his moments as well.
It was really Garrett attacking that lead leg, though. That was certainly the main point in that first round. I mean, he had Miller changing stances at the end of the round, so clearly that damage was adding up. He was feeling the pain from it. I mean, there's a good look at it.
And I mean, just Great technique on the low kick, long, turning the hip over, cutting through the quad. And again, like I said, I find it interesting. You see a lot of guys either attacking the calf or attacking the quad. Andrew Garrett doing a great job of layering him in. He attacks the calf when it's there. He attacks the quad when it's there. Just good stuff. Good stuff.
Very solid first round for Andrew Garrett. We do need to see more level changes from Miller, though. He's got to at least show it to him, give him something to think about, and just see how he deals with it, if anything. Ready to go for round number 2.
Promising start for Andrew Garrett, Mo Miller. Nice little left leg there as he steps back. Ooh! Big swooping right hand, steps forward, picks up his leg, steps in with the looping right.
Jab coming in from Garrett.
Again, Garrett sees the low kick, tries to check it, unable to check the inside low kick. Bam Bam better get on his horse.
Yeah, that's right. Circling right into him is Mo Miller. And he's doing it from the southpaw stance, Matt. I mean, it is certainly something to take note of here in this second round. Switching back orthodox.
Definitely uneasy on that lead leg a little bit. You saw it there as he stepped forward.
Great jab from Garrett. Left hand from Miller.
Hook cross from Miller.
Miller trying to get creative. Garrett firing back.
Lead hand uppercut. Another low kick.
Ooh, big attempt from Miller.
It's a big right hand.
Garrett going back to that lead leg.
Cross. Snaps the head back.
There's a shot. He was just so far outside, but he's got a hold of that leg.
Honestly, not a bad moment here for Mo Miller. He's going to want to keep his hands together, elevate this leg. Good punches from.
Yeah, it was a good one-legged punch there from Andrew Garrett.
It was a hard strike, made Mo Miller have to readjust. It seemed like he was heading in a good direction, but it was that.
Halfway point of round number 2. Oh, wow, great balance from Andrew Garrett.
Mo Miller worked hard through that sequence. Gets back to his jab, low kick again from Andrew Garrett.
Good right hand from Andrew Garrett.
Sharp jab.
Yeah, he's really been getting that jab going here in this second round. Another.
Just splitting the guard of Mo Miller. I think Mo Miller needs more jabs.
I think you're right. He's got to set up that right hand. He keeps throwing it naked, and it's just.
And it's fast and it's hard, but I think if he put it behind a jab, feint the jab, make him bite, try and sit down on the right hand.
That calf's hurting though. I'm telling you, he went right back southpaw. That last one really stung him on the calf. Says he's good. Thought there might have been an eye poke for a moment. Mo Miller shakes it off. 90 seconds. Garrett just out of range.
And you can see that it's because that lead leg is compromised. That wasn't a bad volley there from Mo, but he's really unable to shift much weight into that lead leg because it's been so battered.
Back southpaw once again. Now he attacks the inside, that lead leg of Garrett.
I think it's smart, too, that Garrett's punching to the body.
Yep.
Kind of makes it difficult to level change.
Well, he's just showing him something different here in this second round, too.
Sharp rear leg teep right to the solar ply. Inside low kick.
Ooh.
He's scored a couple of pretty hard hacking inside low kicks.
That was a good one. Had Garrett off balance for a moment.
Ooh.
Cheeky attempt from Garrett.
Gives Mo Miller a haircut with the...
Tell you what, Miller's getting it going on that inside calf.
He really is.
Much closer second round here.
Well, axe kick from Mo Miller, and it really wasn't a terrible attempt.
Garrett probably did enough to edge that round, but it certainly was a lot closer. Mo Miller getting a little bit going at the end of the second round especially. Here's a look at your replay again. Shout out to Luke Hawkins, our producer director, for getting us all of these looks. The jab was kind of the story of that second round. Obviously, the attacking the lead leg, you know, that's been a huge storyline throughout this, but the jab really in the second round for Andrew Garrett.
Yeah, Andrew Garrett working well behind that jab. The low kicks definitely been the story of the fight, the weapon that's kind of edged him out here.
Yeah, and not getting taken down right there. If Mo Miller gets that takedown, that changes that round completely. Yep. It was a great job by Andrew Garrett to maintain his balance, not get taken down, and Miller was really working hard for it there for a moment.
Again, just measured, good distance, good range. Andrew Garrett snapping the head back of Mo Miller. Often with that jab.
Ready to go with the third round.
Let's see if Mo Miller starts with a little urgency. You got to think he knows he's behind.
Garrett stalking him around the cage. Miller, the big feint. Right back to that lead leg.
It's a good tactic to fire that rear leg into Mo Miller as he switches into the southpaw position.
Oh, Miller had an opportunity there for a moment. He's swinging for the fences.
This is better work for Mo Miller, just kind of taking the range, making it a dirtier fight inside exchanges.
4 minutes left to work here for Miller. Reaching out, touching the body.
Another nice check from Andrew Garrett.
You could hear the thud on that one.
Ooh, and that's the best punch of the fight for Mo Miller. Needs more of that.
Yeah, Garrett acknowledged it, shook his head.
Again, checks the kick, but still kind of affects Andrew Garrett. A little uneasy on that leg now.
He switched to southpaw now. First time we've seen that in the fight. Mo Miller with some momentum here in the third round.
And Mo Miller kind of smells blood in the water. He sees he's a little compromised. Good IQ from Mo Miller.
Ooh. He is trying to find a finish.
Oh, my goodness. Concerned here for Andrew Garrett, just a little uneasy on that leg. Has checked a lot of them, but still Mo Miller's just such a tank, such a unit. It has still broken him down a little bit.
Going back to southpaw is Garrett. Oh, good jab. I think that uppercut might have got through.
Halfway into the third and final round. This is definitely Mo Miller's best round. Good reaction there from Andrew Garrett to the front headlock. Oh, careful here.
Yeah.
Ooh, came close.
He thought about it.
Piotr Jan.
Both guys exchange blows as they break apart.
What a fight, though.
Yeah,
these guys evenly matched. Both guys having great moments. Andrew Garrett, obviously, kind of winning the tactics more than anything, but such a great matchup here. Another nice calf kick. Air Mo Miller, I mean, his feet were off the ground as he sent that right hand. And these guys are just fighting all over the place.
They are looking for it here. Nice left hand from Garrett.
Like two alley cats. Ooh, beautiful cross.
Let's see if Miller can generate something here. He's only got 90 seconds left to work.
He's got good extension here with his hand on his face. Good opportunity to skip an elbow in. Mo Miller, a minute left. Really needs to make something happen here.
I mean, you almost have to break apart here and look for the finish, right?
I think so. We need to separate.
Unless you've got an elbow you can land in here.
Right there, Andrew Garrett. Chopping in those nice elbows from inside, and those are scoring. I really think, Mo Miller needs to separate here, try to make some space.
Yeah, Garrett's having more success.
Go for broke.
Oh, nasty elbow from Garrett.
Garrett's just so composed, makes good decisions, never reaches or puts himself out of position. Fundamentally sound. Oh, those elbows have been devastating.
I mean, he has had
inside clinch.
He has so much success right there with that elbow.
Double unders here from Mo Miller. We just don't have enough time.
And for the first time in his career, Andrew Garrett is going to go the distance.
Holy cow.
What
a fight.
A fight. You got a feeling it'll be Garrett who has his hand raised at the end of this one, but we'll leave it up to the judges. Great performance from both guys. What a way to finish off AKA 48, a high-level fight between Andrew Garrett and Mo Miller. Garrett attacking the lead calf early, felt like that was a difference maker. He got the jab going in round number 2. And then at the end of that third round, it was those elbows on the inside there in the clinch. Mo Miller had his moments, but just didn't have enough of them. It feels like it'll be Andrew Garrett who has his hand raised at the end of this one, but we will leave that up to the judges. Dynamite is getting the scorecard. I'll set my headset down to go in here and get this interview with your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of one hell of a fight, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, judge number 1 scores this bout 30-27 for Garrett. Judge number 2 scores this bout 30-27 for Miller. Your third and final judge has scored this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by split decision. Fighting in the red corner, Andrew Garrett.
Some curious scorecards there. The right guy wins tonight. Andrew Garrett gets it done. Great performance by both gentlemen, both high-level pros. Now we turn it over to Tyler.
Standing by with your winner, Andrew Garrett. Andrew, let's walk through your game plan. Matt and I thought that one of the difference makers early was attacking that lead calf. Did you feel like you had him compromised?
No, that man, that didn't bother him at all. So I kept sending him. I guess we scoring points at that point. So, yeah.
Well, you made him change southpaw. We thought you might have had him compromised. You were certainly doing damage with it. Were you at all surprised to hear that he had one of the judges at 30-27 there?
I honestly thought it was closer overall. I mean, that's not my place to say. You know, I just come do my job, and that's not my lane. So that's it.
Well, I'll tell you what, 7-0 sounds pretty good. How you feeling after remaining undefeated? And it's the first time you've gone all 3 rounds.
I feel blessed, you know. I got to come out. I had a tough fight with a tough opponent, you know, 1-0 contender series. He fought high-level guys, so he definitely gave me a test for sure. I could come out and add a page to my story, and I brought all my friends and family with me, so let's go.
Let's hear it one more time for the still undefeated Andrew Garrett.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire staff here at American Combat Alliance, my name is Dynamite, saying thank you all so much for coming out. God bless you and good night. Hang around. We're going to give away our performance of the night here in just one moment.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. I mean, hell of a card from top to bottom. We had some sensational knockouts in the undercard portion of it. The pros went toe-to-toe. What's your one of the masterminds behind tonight, matchmaker Matt Schnell. How would you evaluate this?
I believe it met my expectations, exactly what I thought a lot of these fights would look like they did. It's hard to guess who's going to win the fight, you know, even if you know a lot of information about these guys, it doesn't go the way you think it will, but a lot of good finishes tonight, a lot of good matchups. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with how it went.
Yeah, I'm super satisfied. Another card in the books. American Combat Alliance closing out this chapter at the Paragon Casino and Resort. We'll be back here soon. Signing off for Matt Danger Schnell, I'm Tyler Not So Dangerous Moody. Thank you for joining us for AKA 48.
We're going to blonde-headed lady back into the cage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to introduce to you the founder, president, and CEO of AKA Miss Amber Bishop. And along with her, the UFC's very own 9-year veteran flyweight, Matt, I've got blood on my shirt, Danger Schnell. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to award the AKA 48 Performance of the Night. The winner to receive this mammoth cooler from our sponsor, Mammoth. Ladies and gentlemen, that honor belongs to Spencer Turner from the Shed Training Grounds in Lafayette. Spencer Turner with your AKA 48 Performance of the Night.